All right. Peace and greetings, everyone. I want to welcome you on in. First of all, let me say happy Friday. It is Friday, at least for most of us around the world. And welcome on in. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I want to welcome you on into the space. So, I don't actually have anyone on YouTube yet, but we're going to see if the feed goes through, if I can pull them both through. If not, then we're just going to stay. Sounds great. Thank you, Priestess Erica. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Sun Ra 999. Welcome on in. Yes, the Galactic Priestess is alive. And welcome on in, Soul, Sun, Moon 13. Welcome in, Caleb. Welcome on in. Apollo, welcome on in. Michelle, Brittany Vise, and Divine Diva is in the building. Let me know where you all are tuning in from, where you're checking in from all over the world. Just so good to see you all. Welcome in, Caleb. Good to see you. Welcome on in, Sherelle. Good to see you. And Rosie, welcome on in. I want you all to know that I am broadcasting from two cosmic locations. I am broadcasting live from YouTube, as well as I'm broadcasting from Clubhouse. Matter of fact, broadcasting from the Oracle's house. And I want to talk about a few things today. First of all, let me say this. Thank you for everyone who showed so much love on the last share that I did yesterday. Wow. And I'm back here again at it. So I want to say thank you to everyone and also to everyone who reached out to me. I will be checking in with that. I also want to send love as we get ready to start. I want to send love out to everyone who is in the midst of the weather that is happening. I live in Texas, and I want to say just about all of Texas, most through Texas, we have been dealing with some weather in other parts of the country and the world as well. So just sending us all love. I didn't know if tonight I would, I don't know, have power. We were expected to have winds up to 65 miles an hour. We've had hail off and on, storms, tornadoes, twisters, all kinds of things. It's going down. It's going down. But yeah, but all is well. And just want everyone to be safe. It is sort of normal for this time of the year, somewhat. I think normal is no longer normal, but you get what I'm saying. Yes, I see some of you are connected with me in both spaces, and I absolutely love that for us because I will be taking your calls from Clubhouse. And so it will be broadcast live on YouTube as well. I just thought this would be a way to sort of remix things up. You know, we're always going to stay, and I'm going to stay a remix girl at heart, you know, and so let's get those likes up so we can let everyone know that we are live. And especially if you're on YouTube, as well so that we can let the soul family know. I did put a post up, but it was a little delayed. A little delayed there it was. But let's do a check-in. How is everyone feeling? Welcome on in. Brittany Vibes, Sheena, Shiva, Sheila, Christina, Inglewood, Aquarian, Gwen, Priestess Gwen. Welcome in. Elle, welcome in. George, welcome in. Joshua. I may say your name wrong. Don't take it personal. I promise you. But welcome to everyone on in, and let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. Like what state, what country, what place you're tuning in from. Welcome on in to Goddess Rainwater in the building tonight. And actually, I am truly, truly honored that one of my cousins had her babies today. She had twins, twin girls, and one of them is named Rain. I love that. I absolutely love that. So we have Brittany Vibes checking in from Durham, North Carolina. Elijah checking in from Vancouver Island. Tremel is checking in from Daytona, Florida. And Divine Diva is checking in from Columbia, South Carolina. Got a lot of family out that way. So welcome on in. Caleb is representing Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm going to pop over here so I can get everyone who is here to be checking in. Today, Inglewood said, was a bit playful. It was some trickster energy, but I managed not to get tricked. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a heavy week. For a minute of this sort of trickster kind of like energy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Renika is checking in from Miami. Welcome in. Apollo is checking in from Harlem, New York. And Cosmic Ray is checking in from the Lovers VA. Priestess Gwen is representing California. I absolutely love that. Aquarian Love 76 is representing Ohio. And hey, Sheila. And Bridget Bryant said the spirit, no, I can't even talk. The sky quest, which is the spirit quest, got me skywalking. Ooh, I love to hear that. Actually, I did mines again today. After being out in these cosmic streets, running around in some errands and trying to, not get caught in the rain, not get caught in the rain. But I want to say thank you to everyone who purchased that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll have to be able to put that up. I think it's a way that I can do that. Greetings from Costa Rica in the building. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm going to get this screen together, you guys. So give me just a moment there. I hope you all can still hear me. Um because y'all know I'm a little special here. But we're going to get it together. How's everybody feeling? How are we all doing? If you didn't go back and hear the last share, I want you guys to check that out. I want you to check it out. We had a lot of fun. We had absolutely a lot of fun, and I hope you all had a lot of fun as well too. In the last share. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, I also want to let you know that SkyQuest Visionary Sovereignty is available. And so many of you are tapped into this. Please don't forget to, pass the word on. I know I am having fun with this. You're going to get quite a few things. You're going to get access to the audio files, and there's actually two. I don't know if I said that before, but there's actually two audio files. You want to listen to both of them. There is frequencies, and I put a lot of energy, high vibes, high frequencies in the uh, uh, um, um, activation audios that you're going to get access to. Plus, you're going to get a copy of this is my personal blueprint. I give you everything that was channeled in this message. And it's going to take you through all of the steps, and you'll have access to this. You'll have access to the download that I received from the Galactic Oracle Council. You're going to get that. You're going to get the frequencies and the symbol codes. You're going to get the instructions on how to use the transmission. You're also going to get the steps for the ascension into the 5D reality, everything, my step by step process. I just laid it out as I put these programs together for myself as well. You're going to get your sky notes. You'll be able to know what to do in your reflection moment through the portal. It's really, really cool. It is some divine soul work. So that's what kind of keeps the lights on a little bit. And it's a great way to not only tap into your multisensory abilities, really readjust and connect yourself. Um, just connect yourself to these higher frequencies that are coming in because we are sort of kind of being in this space where we are crystallizing our energy, our frequency is crystallizing. Happy Taurus season and happy Taurus season and happy born day to everyone who is celebrating a born day. And to my little cousins, they truly are celebrating a birthday and a born day at the same time. But to all of the Taurus in the building, I want to talk about a couple of hot topics. You know, one of the things for tonight, it really is an elevated version of a chat and chill. At least my intention is for that, you know? And so I want us to kind of get some conversations going and so that we can talk. And I know that this is one of the ways that we can do that and just kind of hold this space for you to ask questions, share insight, and for us to get together. You know, no script, not filtered, just truth, tapping into pure frequency. And honestly, I just feel like I want to I want to give out some high frequency vibes, you know? I want to do some spiritual consultation tonight. I want to do that because the energy is kind of in this space tonight. And I really want to check in and see how are you all feeling and how are you all doing? I think that's most important. Most important to be able to check in with that. One of the hot topics I want to talk about, and that hot topic is really May should be a month of preparation. I don't know how many of you have been doing spring cleaning. I'm diving into that. I'm going to be honest. I haven't been heavy on it like I normally do throughout the years, but I'm about to go all in. Yeah, Alchemist Empress says we back again. Yeah, we back in this piece again. We back again, says we back again. But and welcome on into everyone who's joining. But yes, this is the time for preparation. And I'm going to give you a couple of items that you should be prepping for. Number 1, water. A source of water and enough water that can last you, honestly, if you have the place to store it, because all water is not created equal. But if you can do at least 2 to 3 months of water, you need to start every time you go to the grocery store. You don't have to just go in there. And I speak to you in this in a place of activation, not from a place of fear. It was based on a vision that I got. I spoke a little bit about it in the 2025 prediction show, but I want to kind of go into it now because this is the time to start prepping for water. That everybody should have enough water. Like if you're going to say a person, maybe at least a gallon a day, not just for you to drink, not just for you to drink, but for you to use. Remember, we use water for more than just drinking. This would be the time to start putting away water. The other thing I would encourage you to do is to start forming sort of a preparation kit. And if you all would like, I can share with you my personal one and make some recommendations, and maybe I'll put it somewhere where you all can have it after the show. It may be or may not be things you've thought about. But one of the things I would say is make sure you have food that can be stored for a long time. So I'm talking about different kinds of beans, different kinds of grains, these kind of things that you can store in the mason jars, and even, some food that can be put and stored away for a while, like our grandparents used to do when they would can, sort of some of the jellies and the jams, and they would can some of the sauces, and they would can some pickles and these kinds of things. You want to have those kinds of food, and you also want to have foods that come in the little packets that can last 6 to 7 months or even up to a year. And you wanna get you a nice, yeah, the preservatives. Thank you, Brittany Vise. And you also wanna get some protein powder. I know we think of protein powder. I know when I think of protein powder, I think about when I'm working out hard, or when I'm just being physical a lot, or I'm running here, running there, don't have enough time to really eat the meals that I want. And I want to make sure that I'm getting my protein in, because that helps support your body and it helps support your muscles. So you want to make sure you have some good protein that is available for you. And so these are going to be some of the things to just start thinking about. And when you're going to the grocery store, start kind of putting those things away, as well as light bulbs as well too. Some years ago, I did a list and I found these light bulbs on QVC, the shopping channel, or either it was HSN, I can't remember, but I got them for my children and everyone in my family, but they were solar light bulbs. And so what you would do is, and I think you can buy them probably at Home Depot or Lowe's now, but you put the light bulb in, and every time you cut the light bulb on with electricity, it charges the light bulb. If the power goes out, the light bulb is charged and it will still show light. And some of them were even solar in the house. I don't know how that works, so if we're in the house, but I guess we can take them outside and do them. But I remember when we were going through power outages, because sometimes in Texas, with the extreme temperatures, extreme heat, and extreme cold, the power would go out. And my neighbors would all be ringing my doorbell saying, "Did your lights come back on?" No. Well, how come you got lights? It was because those light bulbs were there, and they were still in the lamps, they were still in the fixtures, and they still came on. So these are some of the things to start thinking about. Blankets, just these things that, if for whatever reason, if the lights go out like they did in Portugal and parts of Spain, and you're not able to get to cut the lights on, you will have a source of light, maybe a generator, you know, especially if you have family members that require some sort of mechanism, whether that's on a one-to-one basis, or whether that is something that, maybe just in certain situations, they have it. They need electricity for maybe a breathing, something for breathing. Maybe they have asthma. Maybe they're dealing with some sort of condition that they need this device, especially if you have small children as well too. So small appliances, things like mixers, even though we have the battery mixers and things of that, but maybe you need something like a fan or something to be charged up, or a heater. Just these things to think about. This is a good time. The other thing I would encourage you to do is to sit down, make you a playlist, right? And put that playlist on. And I want you to go through your cell phone, and I want you to write down all the important numbers and address of people because we've become so reliant. Let me speak in first person. I've become so reliant on my phone. I don't hold people's numbers to memory. Like back in the day, you needed to know phone numbers and you needed to be able to rattle them off to be able to say them. You need to have paper copies of this. Need to have paper copies of this. We are moving, okay, put it this way. We are moving into the time. Do you remember before the pandemic? On Planet Remix, we did several shows to prep. And we even told you that there was going to be something that's happening. We didn't know exactly what it was. We didn't really call it, you know. I guess by all intents and purposes, we could say we called COVID. We knew something was coming. We knew it was going to be a pivotal year. And so self-invested, those who were in self-invested during that time, it was such a powerful session because we had a support system. I'm not saying that's going to happen in that way again. But I want you to understand that what is coming, and I don't have a date or a time frame. I have been inside the Akashic records, and it's still, if you are watching on YouTube and you see the cosmic gamma rays in the background, this is how the energy looks in the Akashic records to me. And whenever I see energy in this way inside the records, inside this field, it tells me that it is undecided and that the consciousness that we hold, that you hold, that I hold, the frequency that you hold, that I hold, is still determining how this will manifest itself. So I want you to know that there is nothing written in stone. But where we are now, there is some unprecedented times that are coming up. Do I feel that it's going to be like the pandemic? No. But yes, I think some of the behavior and some of the outcome and some of the waves and some of the things will cause us to be in some of those same positions. What do I mean by that? That it is possible that there will come a time where we're going to be asked to stay inside, depending on what's happening. There's going to be a time that when we go in the grocery store, we may not find or we may be limited to what we can and cannot get. Like someone would say, how many people in your family? And you say that there is 4 people, and they say to you, then you can only get 2 cases of water. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying without me saying it? Someone let me know if you understand what I'm saying. And again, I'm telling you this, take what resonates. The rest, just kind of put it to the side for now. But I'm going to share with you what I got and I want to share with you. So start doing that now because I feel like it's going to come a time where certain things will be rationed. All right. Especially when it is things that you consider to be critical for you. So things like cereal, you know, and I'm not here to kind of speak to you about what's good food and not bad food, but it is time to get these things in order, write down these numbers, write down these addresses, have a conversation with your family members and your children and say, if something were to happen, good, bad, or indifferent. Just like you would prepare when you go to a concert, or just like, yes, soup is another good one. Just like you would prepare when you would go to a concert or you would go to a sporting event, or if you're at a carnival and you say, if something were to happen and somehow we got separated and you can't find me, I can't find you, this is where we're going to meet. Make that a location for your immediate family and your immediate city, town, country, borough, whatever you want to call it, Providence, depending on where you live in the world. Have that. For family members that maybe live in different parts of the world or different states, different cities, different countries, you can say, well, if you're looking for me and somehow you come here and I'm not here, this is where we're going to be. And make sure that the people in your network know that and understand that. I just think it's good to refresh these things and come back up with these things again so people can just kind of know. Because what if we are like Portugal or we're like Spain? If you haven't heard, they have been in the dark for quite a bit. Power has been out. Sometimes power can go out from wind. Power can go out from storms. Power can be out for all kinds of things. The power can go out for all kinds of things. So make sure you have a way to do that. And then your favorite, supplements and your favorite herbs, kind of keep that. I'm not telling you to go out there and hoard, but I'm telling you to just be prepared. Just get yourself in the place where you can prep yourself and you can be prepared in case some shit go down, right? Or in case something gets really, really good and some shit go down. You still want people to be able to connect with you. So I want you to just, I just kind of wanted to put that on there. And flashlights, batteries, Neosporin, first aid kits. You want to have these little survival things together. And maybe I'll pull together a survival pack and put a PDF up for anybody who's interested and just put some of those things on there that maybe, just in this state, we are not thinking about it, but you'll have a resource to be able to go to or a tool to be able to connect with and tap into. So we can get that out of the way. And yeah, welcome on in, everyone. I must have wore y'all out on Thursday night, boy. Y'all moving in slow. Well, it is kind of late, and a lot of people are dealing with storms and different things like that. hmm Dealing back. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? How are we doing? I'm ready to take some questions. I'm ready for you all to take some questions, for us to have some discussions and see what's going on in your world and all of that good stuff. Do y'all feel like talking? What y'all feel like doing? Y'all feel like being happy Taurus season. We talked a lot about Taurus season last night and it was really good. I enjoyed it. I hope it was good for you. But if you're on Clubhouse and you want to come up and you want to ask a question, ask a question. If y'all don't want to ask questions, that's cool too. But I tell you for sure, um, I tell you for sure, I'm not just gonna be up here running my mouth. Not all night. How y'all feeling? What's good? What's good? Let's see. What did I come over here to do? Hold on, you guys. I'm pulling some things up so we can get ourselves in alignment. And I think we got a person to come up. Um, hmm. Let's see if I can get you to come up. I don't know why it won't let me. Kiki, it won't let me bring you up, Kiki. Mm. Let's see. Maybe you have to go out and come back in because I just allowed Quan to come up and Quan is able to come up. So, Kiki, maybe leave and come back. I'm not sure. Welcome on in, Quan. Brittany Vibes, it was thundering where you are. Yeah, I know. 2 nights, Roberta. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. Welcome, Quan. Oh, hold on, Quan. Are you talking? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me check the technique here and see why I cannot hear you. Hmm. Dang it. I was kind of afraid this would happen. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. Hold on. Oh wait, let me see. Okay. And see if I can get you to connect. Are you there, Quan? Are you talking, Quan?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there you go. I can hear you now. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Let me make sure you can be heard across the board. And also, let me hear. Let me see if they can hear you over on. Oh, you can hear. Okay, Mary Soulful of Love can hear. Well, welcome on in, Quan. How you doing? What's going on? What's good?
Pretty good. I've been thinking a lot about your Thursday show
About what now?
and about the Thursday show.
About the who?
Well, the show you did on Thursday about like
Oh, the
the
Thursday.
tour season.
Okay, the tourist season. Yes.
Mhm. So when you were talking about like leaving the BS behind and focusing on the bull, and you
Mhm.
were talking about like the ego and how that works, and part of it, what you were saying sounded like depression.
Mhm.
And my question right now is, how can I best start leaving the BS behind?
Mhm.
Because what I'm doing now clearly isn't working for me.
Mhm. Mhm. So, one of the best ways to leave the BS behind is to be present. Because often what happens when our mind starts to wander and we begin to start thinking about all kinds of things, like really, really, like thinking is overrated in so many ways. So, one of the ways to leave the BS behind, if you wanted me to put it to you simple, is you have to figure out what makes you happy and then do that. You got to do that shit with conviction. You have to figure out what brings you joy and then do it. Because when you're engaged in something that lights you up, that brings you joy, it gives you a way to really understand yourself on a different level. A lot of times we think that we only have the power to make ourselves sad or to make ourselves angry or frustrated. But we also have the ability to activate happiness and joy from within ourselves too. But it requires us to be intentionals in those actions. And then you have to quantify what's really going on. If you feel sad or down, really begin to explore why? Why? What's the real reason behind that? Not to get in your mind, but is it a real reason that you feel this way? Because if it's a real reason, then it's a very simple answer. The simple answer is, then now I got to do something about it. If I'm feeling down, let's say I'm feeling down because I want to travel the world and I want to move. I want to travel the world. I want a different job. I don't like where I'm living. Then I can do something about that. But just to feel something that is uncomfortable, that is not serving, and don't do anything about it, that is depressing who you are, period. So think of it this way. I'm not giving you the medical term of depression. I'm giving you the energetic term behind the word depression. When you are pushing down, like stuffing down your feelings, your true emotions, you are not addressing what's really happening. So your feelings are there as intel. It's information. It's trying to get you to expand. It's trying to call you into action. In astrology, we would call it a square. When the square happens, or when something gets at 90 degrees, it requires you to take action. It's not good, it's not bad, but you have to take an action. And so whenever you're feeling that, get excited. See if you can get curious, like, damn, I feel so sad today. Get curious. Why? Oh, I know why. Because I hate this damn job. Okay, now we have to take an action. What kind of job do we really want? What is it that we really want to do? And then find something. It can be very small. It can be as small as saying, I'm going to do hella research. I'm going to give myself 30 minutes today to research where I'm headed next. And that becomes your North Star. Where am I headed next? Quan, this would be the part that you say something.
I'm just really digesting everything you just said because I don't like I. It's like I'm hearing what you say, but it's just like it's hard solidifying that into my mind.
Right, because your mind can't figure it out. That's
Mhm.
the whole problem, is that you are giving a mind a task it can't do. It's not going to figure it out. So your first hand stance, I know this says cliches, sound cliches, and I know I've been saying this now for 15, 20 years. You're going to have to up your self love and your self talk. How you talk to yourself. If you've ever played the Sims game, and you know how you have to train your sim and how they speak to themselves, and they have to go in the bathroom mirror and be like, they got to do all that shit so they can learn how to communicate and they can talk to themselves. You have got to work on training that internal voice, that mind of yours, that portion of your mind. That's what I call the player hater. Back in the day, me and Panic would say that. And I remember the first time I told him it's called the player hater, he bust out laughing for like 20 minutes because it's true. That's your player hater. The mind wants to keep you small. The mind wants to keep you safe. The mind wants you to just sit in your room and not do shit because the mind feels like you can't handle the truth. So we're going to dilute the truth and we're going to keep you swirled up in your mind and you become frozen. This is what the products, the digital products, the download products like the SkyQuest Visionary, these are the products that I create so you can learn how to become more in tune with you. Because often that mind of yours, it doesn't really even understand who Quan really is or what Quan really wants because it's been allowed to lead the show for so long and you have allowed it to. And it's nothing wrong with that because when your mind is focused on immediate task that it needs to do, logical task, like, oh, Ms.Blue is going live at 11:20, but we know she ain't going to be there until 30 minutes after. Yeah, let your mind handle that. But trying to figure out what you need to be doing next in life, your mind, that's not a job for the mind. It wasn't designed for that. So you have overused your mind. You need to have fun. You need to stop taking yourself so serious and you need to figure out what makes you happy. If you don't know, then that is the quest. That is the joy. Now you get to explore shit and go, nah, that don't really make me happy. Oh, let me try this. I don't like that either. Maybe if I'm doing this, maybe what makes you happy is to be able to get up early in the morning and go outside and yell. I don't know. Maybe what makes you happy is to be sitting in the dark and thinking. I wouldn't recommend it, but if it makes you happy, do it. So, your goal for the next 6 months is to focus on you and to change the way you speak to yourself, not in a destructive way, but change that language to become your best friend and to know that, wait a minute, no, 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 we're not thinking that thought no more. You have to get rid of. I taught a master class some years ago. And one of the things I taught in that master class was called urban legends. See, we all got urban legends about ourselves. And these are things about ourselves that we think are true. And maybe people who are around us think it's true. But deep down inside, it ain't true at all. It's a lie. It's a bold faced lie. Yeah. From now and this weekend, you are attempting to figure out, most of us, who we are. I know you say, Ms.Blue, damn, how long we got to keep figuring out who we are? As long as you keep growing, you keep evolving, you keep changing. You're going to have these moments of awareness, and you have to give yourself permission to change. And I want you to take this literally, to change your mind about who you are and what it is you want to do. So there you go, Quan.
Thank you, Miss Blue. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So now, give some feedback because let me tell you something. I said all of that to you, and the only thing you've done is locked on to one or two words, and your mind is spinning.
Well, for starters, you did point out what I do enjoy, whereas I do like waking up early and starting my day by going outside. But recently, that's been like the hardest thing to do because I'm stuck in my mind. And when you said about like 6 months from now, that's like the main thing that I'm concerned about because I'm really focused on because I graduate in December of this year, and every day I'm thinking about like how what if my plan doesn't go how I want it to? Because like I want to graduate college and go straight into research.
Okay, so stop right there. I want you to hold that thought. And when it comes up and it says, what if things don't go the way I plan? And I want you to debunk that urban legend and say, but what if things go better than I can imagine? See, this is the language you have to speak to your mind. because that's your mind telling you, well, what if things don't go the way you plan? You have to command and say, what if they don't go like I planned, but better than I could have imagined? See, that energy shifts your frequency because what your plans are for the future, it's not up to someone else to make them happen. You're making them happen by what you do or don't do right now. Energy goes where thought flows. The actions, the non actions, the things you do and say, don't do and say, and take action on now. Today is building your tomorrow. There is no need to go in a future that you haven't even set a solid intention for and willing to stand on. But you have to reprogram and retrain your mind. I would recommend you get the Sky Quest Visionary Sovereignty because it will help you to understand yourself even better. But that's what you're going to need to work on. And
I did everything I needed to do that day. But then the next day, I reverted to not being able to like get myself back up and go outside like I would enjoy.
Okay, so what is your practice that you're using?
So ideally it's waking
No,
up.
not ideally. Tell me what your practice is for overcoming this. And I'm going to tell you this because you asked me for help. And if you're asking me to assist you of getting over this, then one or two things is because we can either continue or we can respectfully stop. If you want to keep doing it the way you've been doing it, then you're going to get what you've been getting. If you want to know how to get past this, I told you and I just told you again. But I am interested in hearing what kind of steps and practice you're using that is not working.
Well, first of all, it's spending too much time on social media, just scrolling endlessly. Procrastination, like knowing what I should be doing, but having a hard time doing it. And it's like the imposter syndrome because I decided to like go away from home because I wanted to be in a new setting. But
Okay, I gotta stop you because you're gonna need a whole session. We ain't got all night, Quan, unless you finna hit my Cash App. Because in a minute, that's what I'm gonna tell you. I want to give you an easy answer to what is going on. I know it seems overwhelming, but it really is a simple fix. Your process is not working, and that's okay. What you're going to need to do now is you have to develop a new process. First of all, you don't have imposter syndrome because you made a decision and now you're here and it feels a little overwhelming and a little uncomfortable. The only thing that uncomfortability is showing you is that you're growing. And you got to know that it doesn't always feel good. Can it feel good? Can it feel amazing? Absolutely, but not always. This is trying to get you to get stuck out of your mind. And so you're going to need tools to really help you navigate that space to get out of your mind. That's why I'm telling you, SkyQuest Visionary Sovereignty, you need to get it and work with it because it's going to help you get out of your mind. If you know you need to stop strolling on social media, yeah, it's easy to say, I'm going to stop strolling on social media, but you have to put other things in front of you. And this is where the reprogramming of your mind needs to come in. Stop picking up all these negative terms. I want you to sit down, write yourself a letter, write down all the negative things you do, and I need you to debunk them and replace them with something else positive. And it's okay if One day it goes well, and the next day it doesn't. This isn't about perfection. This is about understanding that you are alive and you can make good decisions for yourself, and you do. And that's it. You're overthinking this, which tells me you got too much fucking time on your hands. Too much. Find what brings you joy, what makes your body happy. For you, Quan, what makes your body happy? Figure out what that is. Is it walking? Is it working out? Is it cooking? Is it researching? What makes your body feel happy? And when I say
It's
happy,
all for
you said what?
it's all for what you just said.
Then that's what I want you to do. You have to be committed to making your body happy, and you have to reprogram your mind, because this is what's tripping you up. You have allowed, and you're not alone, all of us, there's no days off when it comes to loving Quan. And this is where you're struggling. You don't have a healthy self love practice. And I'm going to tell you how I know you don't, because the foundation of self love is how you speak to yourself and how you allow yourself to be spoken to by your mind. And your mind doesn't talk nice to you at all. That's how I know you don't love yourself the way you really need to be loving yourself. And I want you to work on that. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you go. There you have it.
Thank you, Ms.Blue. I'm writing all this down, by the way. That's why I was so quiet.
That's okay. You don't need to write down things that you are receiving in real time. I need you to also come out of the future and be present. You're a genius, Quan. You can remember what the hell I told you.
Yes, sir.
You can remember what I told you. Probably can repeat it back to me better than I can remember it. Stop sleeping on yourself. And by the way, congratulations on your quest for graduation in December.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So the next time your mind gets to talking shit to you, because it's a player hater, I don't care how nice the mind is, it's a player hater. And it says, what if what you're planning don't work out? Well, hell, what if I don't wake up tomorrow? It's always going to be that. Because you are a creator, you have to get in there and say, what if it's better than I could imagine? And don't answer it. Just get curious about it. All right? Yeah, let that mind do all that research. That's what the mind's supposed to focus on. That's what that mind got to do. All right, Quan. Well, it's always good talking to you. Thanks for coming on up. Thank you. All right, let's see. Antonio. I don't know why, Antonio, you and Kiki won't come up. I don't know why. Quan came right up. Well, there's Antonio. Oh, and there's Kiki. We got it. We got it. We got it. All right. Greetings, Antonio.
Can you hear me, Ms.Blue?
I sure can.
Oh, hey, I'm glad I got through. I'm going through a lot right now.
Ooh.
Uh,
Do me a
I took
favor.
some shrooms.
Do me a favor.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You,
ma'am.
you said you're going through a lot right now. I want you to do something for me. I want you to sit up straight for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Sit up straight. All right. There you go. There you go. Just take a moment. Just kind of breathe a little bit and just kind of chill out. Just kind of relax. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there you go. You want to tell everybody who you are and tell us just where you're checking in from. I forgot to do that with Quan, but we'll come back
I'm in
to
Chicago.
You're in Chi-Town. Okay, Antonio. Yes. And what's good? What's good with Chi-Town? Wait a minute. Were you out there when that truck dropped all that money? Did you get a little something?
No, I don't know about that.
You didn't hear about that?
No, ma'am. I gotta check.
Oh yeah, the Brinks truck dropped one bag, and they say about a dozen people in Chicago got away with over $300,000. I was hoping, Antonio, you was one of them people. Maybe we could have a good party tonight.
What?
But anyway, I'm listening. Yes, yes.
Yeah, Ms.Blue, I took some shrooms. Juice WRLD was coming through,
You took
and it's a lot going on.
wait a minute. You took some what? I don't know why I can't hear y'all. This is on my end. Don't pay me no mind. Go ahead. You took some shrooms, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And I've been tapping in Juice WRLD. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking out where do I go? I'm just gonna meditate, but I don't.
So, okay, so you tapped into Juice World, and what did Juice World tell you? Cuz we know why Juice World ain't here no more.
Yeah, facts. I
Okay.
don't know. I'm trying to out. Maybe just being a voice for the youth and just tapping into my
I'm going to
skills.
I'm going to say this. I don't think it's anything wrong with shrooms and medicinal medicines, but I think you need a good guide when you are exploring these kinds of things. Because one of the best things that you really can do is to be open to receive, because this is sort of medicine for your soul. And
Yes, ma'am.
really just allow it to sort of speak to you. It knows your soul's intention. And so you don't have to go searching for anything. That's the whole point, is because this is another way. Just like I go into the Akashic records and I can read the quantum field and tap into energy and speak to our loved ones on the other side. This is just
Yes, ma'am.
another way to get into that portal. So just allow yourself to sit in gratitude for yourself of taking this, because I know you set some beautiful intentions for taking it.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know that you are protected and you are guided through this process. So enjoy that moment and see what your soul has been speaking to you that you perhaps could not hear, and what breakthroughs you could not receive. And be patient in that space, because maybe
Yes, ma'am.
Juice World is coming to share something with you so profound. Just be patient with yourself, with this process, and know that you are fully guided and protected. And just
Yes,
see
ma'am.
no expectations other than your greatest and your highest good is coming through for you. And just be
Yes,
in
ma'am.
that
Now,
moment. Mhm.
I just had a question. Like as far as my EMR,
You're
is
you're br- you're breaking up, and it could be because you're between dimensions right now, but you're kind of coming in and out. So, if
you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're kind of going in and out. I don't know if it's just me or what, but you're kind of going in and out, but I can hear you.
I was speaking about like my aura and how does it look at the moment. Yeah.
Mhm. I think you already know what I'm going to say. Your
Yes, ma'am.
aura looks beautiful, but there's a part of you that's trying to get up and run out of this moment. And
Mm.
so that's why I'm telling you to just
Mm.
relax in it. You are protected, you are being guided, and it's going to be intense at some point, because you are coming face to face with God, your higher
Mm.
self, yourself and source. And it ain't Juice World. know. And so there are some things you will face, and there are some emotions you're going to feel, and there are some realizations you might get to experience. But isn't that the reason you did this?
Yes, ma'am.
See, that's why you got to have a good guide to be able
Yes, ma'am.
to be with you through this process. I don't recommend that people do it on their own, even though you get to do what you
Yeah.
want. But I think you can get so much more out of these things. But you're doing an amazing job. And so Juice World
ma'am.
is just letting you know that he's sitting there with you. He got you. He got you. You good. You good. Yeah. So
Thank
your
you.
your aura, your energy, it looks, I don't know if you're on YouTube, but it looks just like that field. It's just like that. You're attempting to break through your veil, because all of us have our own veil, not just the veil
ma'am.
that is over this world. We have our own veil. And every time that we raise our consciousness and we expand our awareness and understanding who we are, the world that we're living in, and that connection that we have with one another, and learning more about who we are beyond this physical reality, we are expanding
ma'am.
our consciousness and awareness. So your veil is about to open and your ass want to get up and run. But no, there's nowhere to run. There is nowhere to run. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love you, man.
I
I'm
love
just
you
gonna
too.
meditate.
I love you too. That's it. Just chill out. That's it. That's it. Just relax and chill out. Even if you fall asleep, I promise you, you ain't even gonna be able to run in your dream. You ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. You listen, you're there. You are there. And that's all right. I see you. I see you. I'm going, your guides are with you, your ancestors are with you. You are good. You are good. Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
All, all right, Antonio. Antonio said, "Oh, I got a lot going on." You sure do.
I do. I
But
love you, Ms.Blue.
I love you too. And you have to come back and let us know.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us know. So this is
Yes, ma'am.
no going outside. I don't care
No, no, I'm not.
who
Med-
calls you. You're not going anywhere. Your mission tonight is to be still, to be at peace, be still. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, ma'am.
All right. Peace and love.
Thank you. Peace and love. I love
You're
you.
welcome. Ooh, Antonio said, I'm trying to figure out how to run up out of here. Let's go to Key. Greetings, Key.
Hi,
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay, so when you had said my name, my heart started beating all extra fast, and I'm just feeling all like, I don't know, not anxiety, but just I don't know, just I don't know what that is.
That's all right. I tend to
But
do that to people. It's it's
yeah,
it's not a bad thing.
it's
I
a good
promise you, it's
thing.
not a bad thing.
I said I'm ready for my spiritual consultation, so whatever you have
Wait,
for
and
me,
and
I'm
and
ready
and
for.
let me be completely let me be clear. I am
Uh-huh.
giving many versions of this for you all. And
Okay.
by the way, thank you to everyone who has thank you for everyone who has purchased some of the digital downloads from the site, because that do keep the lights on. I need to start doing y'all. Never mind. Let me not say that. I'm joking, and I know this energy doesn't. It's a little sensitive tonight, so I'm not gonna do all of that. But anyway, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm ready for my spiritual consultation. I haven't haven't talked to you in a while, but let's see. I'm just ready for whatever comes through, or whatever I need to know. I feel in my heart like, I don't know. I don't like my jobs. Like I'm ready to start what I'm supposed to be doing. I know I'm supposed to be doing it, and I'm procrastinating.
Okay.
But
What are you supposed to be doing? Let's start there. That sounds like a
okay,
beautiful place to start.
okay. So I feel that I need to be doing my energy healing for others, for myself. Um, but this call center job that I have is not working.
What you mean it's not
I
working?
think
The phones don't work? Because I used to
they
work for
work. It's just
AT&T. So when people tell me it's not working, it takes me back in that mode when I used to work for AT&T. So what's not working? What ain't
okay.
working?
So the pay is every 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just I got this new place,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that was something that I've been wanting to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not working. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that, what my
But
soul mission is it needs to
stop, slow it down. We're gonna get to that. But I want to help you with
okay.
your language a little bit. When you say the
Okay.
job is not working,
Mm-hmm.
what does that mean to you? It's not
Mm,
paying enough because the job is
yes.
working.
Right.
Because
It's working. It's
you
working.
wouldn't be calling it a job if you didn't
If it
work.
wasn't working.
Right. So let's change that language. It's
Let's rephrase it.
working.
Okay.
Right.
I don't like it because
Okay. Then that's the honest
because
answer. See how simple that was? I don't like
I
it. It
don't like
doesn't pay
it.
enough. I don't want to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah, I don't
So
want to do it.
what do you want to do?
I want to. I think it's time for me to open up that business that I've been thinking about, and I wrote it down maybe like last year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and
And what do
I
you
feel like
think?
that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
I feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing too. So here's what I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you. And you get to do whatever you want. I don't think it's a great idea to just quit your job
Yeah.
because if
No.
you could do that, you would have already done that. But it
Mm-hmm.
is time for you to start stepping more into your practice. One of the things that sort of kind of was hovering over you, and I had to look real close because I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
sure what it was, but I remember she's a fairy. So whenever usually a lady comes through, like the high lady of loving compassion, she's a fairy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
And so
Uh-huh.
you have a lot of this energy. So
Okay.
I say all of that to say, start taking the steps you need to start moving forward with this business,
Okay.
right? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
that looks like instead of you just opening up your own business, maybe that looks like making sure that you have the training and things that you need to be successful with your understanding of this energy work. But you kind of have your
Mm-hmm.
own practice. So why don't you start putting out there that, hey, this is what I do, and have people that you know are open to that to come
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
slowly work your way. And eventually you'll be able to bridge that gap from leaving the call center where you're at to moving into your own practice and having your business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So when you say fairy, is she with me now?
Yeah, she's there. Hmm.
Okay. Um, is she one of my spirit guides or no?
No, she's not a
She just
spirit guide. You can consider her to be somewhat of a guide.
okay.
But whenever I start thinking about the fairy kingdom, which it's this time of the year, it's fair to say the fairy kingdom is coming up. I've been getting a lot of questions I even answered some questions
Mhm.
on Instagram about the fairy kingdom, about this world. Just think of it, it's a dimension and a vibration, because fairies
Okay.
are like in between the fourth and the fifth dimension. That's where they
Okay.
are. They're in that, you know? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Was this her flicking the lights the other day when I woke up at like
No, no, that
3?
was your
Okay.
husband doing that. Yeah,
I
he
knew
just
it.
told me.
I
He
knew
just
it.
came and told me, no, that your husband is on the other side, correct?
Now what did yes.
Yeah.
Now what did
Yeah, that was him. That was him flicking the lights to wake you
Yeah,
up. If you
I
didn't hear
love
my show the other night, I talked about the womb hours, because this is when Earth receives our requests and receives our frequency and vibration. It's between 11:11 p.m. and 3:30 a.m. in the morning. That is the best
mm,
time. You know, if you're awaken at that time, or something sort of kind of gets you up at that time, then this is the time for you to really tap into that energy. Mm-hmm.
okay. And that was him flicking the
Mm-hmm.
lights.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it. I knew it. I said hello.
Yeah, yeah, that was your husband. Yeah, coming
Oh,
right
wow.
in at that gate. Because after that time, then you move into what's called the melanin hours of that, and then there's other times that are there, but that was him that was doing that. The fairy is there, is just the fae. When you have the faes around you, it's about really sort of being in your truth and in your light, and
Okay.
really allowing yourself to get curious again about life, and really start to
Yes.
see things from more of a positive perspective than a negative, right? So
Yes.
even when it comes to your job, try to find that little wonder, that little joy, that little spark of happiness that exists within your job, until you
Mm-hmm.
can move on to something else. Consider yourself that everyone who comes through your phone, that these are your future clients. And even though you're
Okay.
speaking to them in your language, you're still kind of intertwining sort of your energy and your magic
Yes.
through those phone
Mm-hmm.
calls.
Yes, because the lady sure she was like, you have a nice calming tone to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to her and she was just so happy afterwards.
Yes,
Like she was able to talk and get it out.
yes. And this is
It's
allowing
awesome.
you to see in your practice. You are practicing your practice while you're at work.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you come
Mm-hmm.
home, this needs to be an extension of that.
Okay.
It needs to have an extension. You need to start working towards that business and really taking some actionable steps, not just this, oh, I want to have this business, nothing wrong with that, but now we have to start taking real steps. What does that look like? Really get in and start, developing that out. Start being open, even if you want to start out and just say, hey, I am just giving this out to people for free. If you want to come to me, you want to get this service done. And, if you want to give a donation, however that looks for you, I don't want to tell you how to do it, but, that's a way
Yeah.
that if you want to start doing it now, doing it now.
Okay.
Mhm. And
And with
for
the fairy, will she help me?
help you do what?
Like I know,
Mm,
like she's here. Like and I guess he said it's like the energy is like stepping into your truth, your light,
mhm.
and your.
Yeah.
So is she like helping you to? Or
Yeah. Yeah, she's helping you
okay,
too. Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. She's definitely there helping you to own that some more. Yep, to own that, to fully embody that. And so start getting curious about, wow, I'm excited. The reason you're feeling what you're feeling towards your job, you were spot on, because it is time for you to get ready to move into that next phase, which means you need to put that work. You got to put that work in. Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I will.
I know you will. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, because it's time. It's time when you just, you know, just ready.
Yeah. 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 And I want you to know your readiness has nothing to do with the job you're doing.
Okay.
Don't make that your enemy,
Okay.
because right now, this is what you have chosen to sustain you. You don't have to keep it, but this was your choice.
Yes.
Yeah. And a beautiful one at the time that you
Yeah.
made it. And you've learned so much about it. It's actually helping you to communicate better.
It is. It really is, Ms.Blue.
Oh, I know. I'm not guessing.
It really is. I feel like I'm using my words more.
Yes.
Like it is. It's helping. It's helping. I said it to myself like a while ago. I was like, you're talking more. You're doing good. You're doing good, girl.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Priestess Erica said your profile pic is a fairy. Yes.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Who did you think it was?
I thought it was me.
Oh, okay.
Like it reminded me of me.
A fairy.
Like my. Oh wow. Part fairy.
Yeah, a fairy. It's okay.
Oh wow.
It's okay. It's a lot of fairies around. I love the fairies. Love them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna let you go because I know
you gonna
everybody
let
else
me
wanna
go.
turn.
You gonna let me go?
I know everybody else. No, I don't want to, but because I want to ask some more stuff, but it's like I know everybody else wants a chance. So
Well, there actually isn't anyone else coming up for questions. I don't know why they playing Shy Brother and Shy Sister tonight. I don't know what that's about, because I don't want to call nobody out, because ain't nobody in here shy.
Okay.
Nobody up in this piece shy.
Can I ask you why did he flick that light? What was he trying to tell me?
He was just letting you know he's there with you. Often, sometimes at night, I don't know what you be over there doing. Scared? I don't know what you be doing. So he said he just wanted to let you know, listen, I'm here.
Good, because he flipped the light on. He flipped the speaker on again. And I was like, hey, but my phone wasn't connected to the Pandora, so I don't know what he was trying to say.
You should have listened to the song or what was coming through. A lot of times, spirits will speak through if they can get to a phone, or if they can get through, some sort of like the television. They show this in horror movies, but really it's some science to it. I remember one time they have this thing called the spirit box. And spirits can actually sort of kind of speak through it. And I'm talking about the physical spirit box, because there is a energetic spirit box. Real freaky shit happened one time. I did a reading for a brother, and I kept hearing this other voice. And I was like, who is this person talking? But he had this energetic spirit that was in his aura. And then he started telling me he was hearing voices. He was hearing this person speak, and they were launched into his aura. That's where the voice was coming from. But I had to remove that. We got it out. And then he was fine. But that's where it's coming from. But I will say this. That's your frequency. If you're doing this kind of work and you're listening to me, your energy has to be real low for you to manifest something like that to happen. Yeah, you would have to. I don't know how to describe how low your frequency would have to have been. And it's not that things in our lives don't cause us to be in different states of consciousness and awareness, but you would have to be in that state for a good little bit for something like that to happen. Yeah. Yeah. I heard the train go by. You know, that's always that good sign to let you know. Spirit let you know when the trains go by, baby. The trains go by.
Ms.Blue, one more last thing. My Mari wants to say something. Hi, Ms.Blue.
Hello, how are you? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I remember you because your dad is holding up some sneakers. Is that you? Is that you?
Yes.
Yes. How are you doing, love?
Good. When you were talking, I heard that you said spirit bombs, right?
Spirit box?
Oh, no, bombs, I meant.
Oh, well, what you know about a spirit bomb?
So there's this movie called Goku, right?
Tell me about it.
He said, hand me all your energy. And spirit bomb, he said.
He said what?
He said, hand me all your energy. And then he had blew a spirit bomb.
And what did you think about that?
I thought, I kind of like this movie because it's spiritual.
You liked it because it's spiritual.
Yeah.
So do you know what a spirit bomb is?
No.
Okay, let me see if Ms.Blue can explain it to you. A spirit bomb is a concentrated sonic boom, right? It's like a burst. It's like a soul burst that can be used to sort of charge you up. And a lot of times what happens with that, it's a part of the elemental energy. Like I was telling your mom about the fairy kingdom, spirit bombs are in there. You know, it's kind of like if somebody wanted to, like Ms.Blue wanted to rub her hands together and say, and send you a spirit bomb, you would feel that energy come inside of you. And sometimes it can even wake up some of your past memories, like from past lives. Like sometimes you see it in animes and cartoons, and the character will change and their superpowers will come online because they got a spirit bomb, you know? Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Yeah. Well, it was so good talking to you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Peace and love. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Oh, love the babies. Oh, how amazing. How amazing. I love it. He done brought that out. The spirit bomb. He said, wait a minute. Did you say spirit bomb? I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, thank you, Key. Much love to you and the family, and congratulations. And start doing that work. Start doing that work.
I will. I promise.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
Greetings, DA.
What's up, big sis? What happened?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, listen, I'm taking it light. How about you?
I am blessed. Cannot complain, even though the weather is out there doing its thing, right?
Hey, hey, listen, at this moment, you don't want to do nothing about it.
Not at all. I really don't. I really, really don't want to do anything about it. I really don't.
I need you to do something for me, Ms.Blue.
Yes.
I need you to check your Instagram. I don't slide in nobody DMs, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to check that.
Okay.
So, and also, I'm gonna need you to remember when you see Mr. Dammit,
that's you.
That's me.
You know, that's okay. You know, in these cosmic streets, you know, we be having about 20 names, and it's
Yeah, so I'm like, every time you see it, she hesitates. She like, I don't know who that is.
I'm like, listen. Mm-hmm. Listen.
Man, Ms. Blue, what's the topic been tonight? I've been out in the streets with the babies, and then I just happened to see on my phone that Clubhouse was lit.
Yes.
So I was like, jump in. What's going on?
Oh wow! I am hearing from somebody. I'm going to check my DMs to make sure. Mm-hmm.
It might be under. Man, look here. I'm green bean when it comes to that.
That's
stuff,
all right. I'll figure it out.
Um,
Now I know.
Yeah, it might be under DA Middleton.
Okay.
On Instagram. Let's see here. Oh, Mr. Damon. I think it's Mr. Damon on Instagram too.
Okay.
But yeah, because I was trying to get your contact. Miss Opal Bakehouse been trying to sing you, sir.
Okay.
And I came across this, and I'm not talking about that song, but
Right.
it's an app called WAP.
I haven't heard of that. It's called what now?
Yeah, you might WAP.
Do I know about WAP? People tell me to sign up for all kinds of things. Baby Blue sometimes just sign me up for stuff. I'm like, listen.
Do your due diligence and check that one out. I think you might be able to benefit off of that.
Okay. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to hit you back. You sound like you moving in these cosmic streets.
Listen, man. I was like, you know something? I'm going Clubhouse real fast by myself with nobody talking in the background. And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I love it. Well, love to you and the family. If you got questions, you can ask. I
do have one.
Okay.
I do have one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really even a question because I already answered it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I want to bring it up.
Okay.
So long story short, I totaled my vehicle. Well, actually, I didn't total it. Ford did.
Who did?
They hit me, right?
Oh, wow.
So I'm thinking, I was like, at first I wasn't going to file it on the insurance. I was like, I'll just fix it.
Wait a minute.
Then I thought about it. It's out in my garage.
Wait, back up. Who hit you?
So go ahead.
Who hit you?
Ford did.
A deer.
4.
4 deers hit you, or you hit 4 deers?
Man, listen, 4 deer hit me, Ms.Blue. Listen, so I'm coming down your area, right? Your old school area.
Yes.
I'm right outside of Greeleyville.
Oh, right? And maybe so. Let me tell you, them deer, I don't know what kind of suicide mission they on. I know we can't say that word, but them deer. Now I understand why you say.
Right?
Now I understand why you say they hit me. Cause yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo, they really did. I promise. So, but this is the crazy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming through Andrews first, right?
Yes, I know where that is. Yeah.
2 guys appeared out of nowhere. It's just me and my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, I almost hit them, right? So I was like, all right. I was like, all right, okay, all right. Let me get myself together, right?
Right.
So I'm on a road. I get probably 5 miles down the road. A deer dashes in front of me.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, let me just keep my eyes on this road, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving down even more. I see the 4 deer.
Right.
I slow down. They jump out and hit me. I swear. Like I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? I run over one. He gets up, runs off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get down the street. I look at it. I mean, my whole front end is tore up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 3 hours away from home. I'm not about to call no police. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So I pulled off what I could pull off. And my headlight, I adjusted it just enough. And I drove back to Spartanburg. But long story short, I put out in the universe, I was like, man, I'm doing too much. I got to bring back some balance. I need to cut back on some stuff to gain more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'll fix it myself. I'll order the stuff, fix it myself.
Right.
Some said, no, Darius. Go ahead and file that stuff on the insurance.
Right.
Call the insurance company. They send it to the to shop.
Mm-hmm.
They call me back. Oh, Mr. Middleton. Oh no,
We're gonna total it.
we're gonna total it. So I'm like, all right, that's what y'all gonna do. All right. Well, what y'all talking about? So they're gonna talk some stupid numbers at first, right?
Right.
I'm like, ma'am, nah, we're not gonna do that. She's like, well, sir, I mean, are you gonna get someone that appraise it? I was like, nah. I said, there's gotta be some other options. Well, if you can find some comps within 150 miles in your area that's different, we'll reevaluate it.
Okay.
I said, so I get to take those tires off that I just bought 2 months ago? Well, if you send me a receipt, we can adjust that too. All right, we talking then.
Right.
So I ended up getting them changing the price about $3,000.
Good. Good.
And I was like, okay, cool. But Ms.Blue, I'm like going through so many different changes right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna ask you, Ms.Blue.
Yeah.
You seeing anything in my area right now?
Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's look. Let me dive in and see. Mm. Mm-hmm. All right. So a couple of things is coming up. And whenever I think about this energy, it reminds me of this energy of what I used to call back in the day, like the hungry ghost. And
talk to me.
this hungry ghost energy is when we have our mindset on achieving a goal and we become too tunnel vision in the only way it can happen. If you think about it, the deers do that. They sort of get tunnel vision and they get hypnotized by the light. And sometimes you'll see them standing on the side of the road and they almost look like they're like their eyes are locked in and focus and they can't move, right? So what you're being called to ask right now is really to kind of let go of your end result of this pursuit of what you have been putting so much work in, what you are focusing on. And just really know that it will happen. But the way that you're attempting to make it happen, it's trying to gently bring you back in alignment. Because there is a faster way, Spirit is showing me, a better way, and a more efficient way, and a less stressful way. And so you're going to have to loosen up that grip, not get rid of the dream, but you have to find another way. You're being asked to find another way. And as I see this, the road is showing up that's even saying wherever you were going, like there are 2 different ways you can go. Start changing the way you travel, you move. Start incorporating doing things different so that can start filtering through your energy and you can become more comfortable with doing things in a new way. You're very structured, DA. You're very grounded and you can be very focused. And all of those are powerful skills and abilities to have. But right now, you're being asked to shift, to move, to change, and to get outside your comfort zone and find another way. And here's the key, and to slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Pop that corn. Pop that corn. I hear you. All right. And see, I always like at the end of the day, it might sound weird. And I know if there's any new people on the phone, they're like, yo, why he telling her all his business like that?
Everybody
but
does.
Let me tell you. But But let me tell you something, Ms. Blue. I knew the deer was going to give the message that I needed to hear.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to say it.
Yeah. And you hit it right on the head. The deer were the signal. The 4 deer is going to represent this foundation. It's almost like you're obsessed with what you're trying to create. And we need that kind of energy, but right now, so you can see a faster way, a clearer way to get to your goal. And by the way, it's not going to be any of the ways you thought you were going to make it happen. So kind of back, slow down a little bit, because it's going to widen your scope, and you're going to see another pathway that's going to get you there quicker, faster, less collateral damage.
No pun.
No pun intended. You know, less collateral damage. You'll be able to get there to do that. So just start in your life incorporating things like, even if you're going to the store, if there's another way you can go another way. You know, this is going to be the way that you can kind of open up and kind of see things in a very unique way, in a different way, of some things you didn't think about, of putting this together, or where these connecting points are. I also see that there will be individuals and people that you're meeting. All of this is for your alignment, to get you back into your alignment. Now, I will tell you this. I don't travel those streets in the Carolinas unless I have a couple of crystals with me. Number 1, I don't travel without a green aventurine crystal, right? Because this is connected to the energy of the heart. And the deers really kind of connect with that frequency. This is one you can put in your glove compartment or your dashboard, but it's connected to wildlife. That green aventurine is connected to wildlife. So that really helps, and animals will or either get you a moss agate and a gate crystal, but get you a moss agate crystal. You understand? Because this, especially if you're driving around wooded areas where there's trees and there's forests, any kind of wildlife, all of that, because what it will do is allow your frequency to become more in sync with nature, and to communicate with the animals. Literally, I have it in my car, and I will say to a deer, especially going down in when it's dark or early in the morning, I could talk to them. Don't come out here. You better stay right there. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. And they won't do it.
No,
They won't do it.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. But I mean, I'm at the point in life now, Ms. Blue. Like, I love chiming in, and listening to your show.
Of course.
I'm loving your growth, by the way.
Thank you.
But sometimes I just get so in tune in my own world.
Yeah. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. You tap in exactly when you need to tap in. And that's the power of it. And that's what I love about you all so much. You come exactly when you need to come. But I know you're always there supporting me. You guys are speaking my name when I'm not in the rooms and the spaces that you're in. And that's what a soul family do. That's what we do for one another,
Absolutely. One love to everybody.
Love to you and the family. And I'm going to be checking my DMs, DA. I got you now. I got you.
Hey, for sure. Please do, ma'am.
Give my love to the family.
I want to get it there before the summer. Seriously.
Okay. We will. And give my love to the family. Tell baby girl to keep doing them cakes. Because when they do come down, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yo, she got her first wholesaling deal.
Oh my goodness, she is so talented. Tell her congratulations.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. But please check that DM. Thank you.
I sure will. Why do y'all have plus signs above your name? What does that mean?
Oh, me?
Oh, because y'all aren't, Clubhouse did this thing where I'm not adding 9,000, 10,000 people back. So when I see y'all, I'll just add y'all back as a friend. How about that? Because I'm not doing it. Welcome on in. We got Germany in the building. Good to see you, Germany. And welcome on in. YouTube, I'm not ignoring you guys, even though we're having our conversation on Clubhouse. I'm still checking in. Welcome on in, Sammy. Welcome on in, LT. Welcome on, LT. Mm-hmm. And everybody in the building. Yeah. Yeah. So peace and love. Peace and love.
Have a good one, dear.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Welcome in. Is this Prince? Am I saying the name correctly? I don't know if I'm saying the name correctly.
What's up, Ms.Blue? Yes, this is Prince speaking.
Oh, Prince. Oh, Prince. Prince. Well, welcome on in, Prince. How are you?
I'm well. I'm glad to be here. If you look at my profile picture, it is an example of the fulfillment of a prophecy you shared.
Let me see.
Recall you expressing that spiritual practices and the like modalities will become a norm
Yes.
in the healthcare system and things of the sort. And I was driving the other day behind the bus. I saw, as you can see, doulas for the diaspora.
Yes.
Would be covered by state insurance.
Yes. I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that, Prince. Thank you for that update. And
yes.
A lot of these predictions that I've made 10 years, 15 years ago, 19 years ago, these things are like, often I would hear my elders say, it probably won't happen in my lifetime. But, they would say these things, and a lot of times they wouldn't. And for me, I would never, ever, ever, I would never say that. I kept saying, I don't want to say it ain't going to happen in my lifetime. I want to see it in my lifetime. I want to live it in my lifetime. I want to experience it in my lifetime. So I'm so glad. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Clubhouse doesn't need your real name, and you can give it any name you want. But once you get in, you can change it after you have it. Someone on YouTube said, why is Clubhouse asking for my did they say real name? Yeah, they said my real name. You don't have to. You can, I think it'll ask for your real name. What do I know? I joined Clubhouse some years ago when it was still in just, invitation only. You can give it any name and then it will do that, but it may ask for your real name and then you can change it. I'm not sure. Somebody please help the person out. But I'm sorry about that, Prince. Thank you for that. How you're doing, and I'm glad that you came up to share that about the doulas and it being covered. I think someone else had mentioned it a while ago. I know that more states are coming on board, and I know some years ago what happens if you have health insurance. They have to have so many naturopathic and holistic practitioners within their network, at least one or two. And if you're at the hospital, you can request this. Well, soon what's going to happen is you will have someone who does this work like me, like an energy healer, an intuitive, whatever we choose to call ourselves. And they will be available at the hospital with you, and you can call them in. Now you can request a holistic person to come in, someone who works with sounds and frequencies, and they'll bring their singing bowls and bing, and they'll beam you up, right there on the spot, and be able to use that. Now that's been going on for some time now. But we are making our way there. Soon, we will have hospitals that will have no medicine, no pharmaceutical medicine. Not that I'm against pharmaceutical medicine, because you got to remember that God, the universe, source, the divine, has created everything. And so there is a place and a space for all kinds of things when used in balance. But we will have hospitals that will have all energy workers in the hospitals. And when you come in, maybe there will be a receptionist that greets you and sort of kind of give you, as the young brother was saying earlier, give you a spirit bomb, just to kind of get you ready. And then maybe you sit down at the table and an astrologer or numerologist will start to look at your chart and start to give that information to the practitioner that will be working on you to kind of get you, in alignment. And then you'll go see the energy healers and we'll have red light therapy there. So your body can get it in different crystal tables and all of this good stuff. I see all of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know I went on a tangent. Just thought I should.
Pardon?
You said what now?
Yeah, I also would like to see medicinal psilocybin in my state.
Mm-hmm.
I foresee that wave coming my way too.
Additional, what would you like to see?
Mushrooms.
Oh, mushrooms. Oh, okay. So it's not legal in your state.
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. I don't know too much about the legalities about the shrooms and the mushrooms state to state, but I'm sure it's coming. We're going to be open to so many more things,
Right, just like marijuana, etc.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. I think there should be some regulation around marijuana, but not by the people who are regulating it, because it's so many strands out there that are polluted. It's not being held as a sacred medicine or a sacred medicinal medicine for people, and some of the people who handle it with their frequency and vibration and just where it's being grown and what it is, it's it's not being used to its fullest potential. Yeah.
It's been adulterated by the industry.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, Prince.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to be in the presence of the gods and goddesses.
Thank you. Peace and love. All right. Let's go to Geo. Greetings, Geo and Mama Gail.
Hey, Ms.Blue. Can y'all hear me good?
I can. Geo, you ain't following me no more?
Oh, of course I am. Am I not?
No. Clubhouse said it's not. You're not.
Yeah, I have you right here.
Well, I just hit the button. It said friend request.
Says I can message you.
Well, it said I did what?
It says I can message you.
Yeah, because I just hit the button.
That's weird.
But I think Clubhouse does that. I ain't over here that often. I don't know why I don't. I may need to hang the keys outside or something and let y'all open it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. How you doing? What's going on? How's it been? How's the weather in California?
Oh, so the weather over here is absolutely beautiful. I mean, we had like 73, 74 degree weather today.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that is good weather. Good weather.
Yeah. It's so sunny. I mean, just pristine, and we went for our walk and everything, got some sun.
Well, that's good. How's Mama Gail?
She's doing good. She's doing all right. She's going, through it a little bit. It's been an intense day today.
Yeah. Yeah. Energy is still kind of pretty intense,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. For some of us, it's very intense, and this weekend is really about redefining our understanding. I had made a post earlier about character. because these are some of the issues that have been coming up. We see it everywhere in the media, but we know that is just giving us insight of what's happening on our personal scales within our lives. And we're just seeing it being played out, in a larger scale, on a larger scale, I should say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely am been doing a lot of work lately.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Work is good. When it's fun. When it's fun, it's good.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
When it's fun, it's good,
Yes, exactly.
Mm,
And doing our best to make it as fun as possible.
yeah. That's what we can do. Yeah. Well, it's always good to connect. Did you have a question or something you wanted to share?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about my grandpa, because he's in the hospital
Mm,
and he's been in and out. We
mhm.
kind of feel like he might be transitioning soon.
Yeah.
Because he's been seeing spirits
Yeah.
the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, he's about that time prepping himself to make his transition. I kind of hesitated on that. It just made me reflect to a reading I did earlier this week. And that's one of the things that, people say when people are about to leave, sometimes consciously and unconsciously, they will leave clues because it's only so many ways to get out of the physical body. And most people will choose a lot of times some sort of dis-ease or disalignment to occur, rather than something quick, fast, and to the point. Even though some people choose that way too, But yeah, he is contemplating that. But, I can see him actually smiling. He's had a very good, full life. And a little bit in wonder. When was the last time you spoke with him?
I just spoke with him a little bit for today on FaceTime. He was able to talk just a little bit. He's my he's on my dad's side, so he's in Puerto Rico right now.
I'm going to share this with you, and you should see if you can reach out to your family now and see how he's doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You might be surprised. See how he's doing right now. But yeah, he's contemplating that, and it really has nothing to do with his age, but his soul is contemplating, making this transition, but
yeah.
He's kind of in and out of consciousness now too,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been getting really angry as well with everyone.
Yeah, he's a little in and out of consciousness because I as I'm connecting with him now, he's completely on the other side. But that happens sometimes, and sometimes they'll come back to themselves. It was a conversation, I can't remember where I was, that I had, that if you have someone and they're going through, this is why we call it, or the medical world will say it's Alzheimer's or dementia, because they're in between dimensions. And what happens before the soul is ready to leave? It's ready to clear some of it's suppressed energy. So you will see their personality sort of seem to flip a little bit. So some people will become very, if they were more sort of kind of mellow people, or, they were happy people, or just, quiet people, you may see a drastic change in their personality and their characteristics of who they are. And they may express it in a more intense or an aggressive way, or sometimes it will be the complete opposite. I know there was a sister, and her uncle was making his transition, and he was one of the most evil, mean people there was. And when he was going through these stages of dementia, Alzheimer's, as they say, he became almost childlike, and he became so friendly and just so nice. And everybody was like, Ms. Blue, did he have a walk-in? Like, what the hell? Because his personality just flipped and it became so intense. And so
Wow.
this is the soul's way of being able to really embrace all aspects of this experience of what we call growing up on planet Earth. And so you will see that. So, I always, when I'm speaking to the families, I say, do not take that personal, because what is
That's
happening.
exactly what I just told I told my dad, because he and my grandma were really like feeling terrible because of what they're going through.
Yeah.
And I told them, you guys cannot take it personally.
You cannot, because he's trying to get every ounce of this life, this living experience out. And especially, and I say this respectfully, it does happen a lot with souls who haven't chosen to do their work while they're here. And so when they're in and out of consciousness, it's not really a filter for them. See, the consciousness provides a filter. An awareness provides a filter. It sort of kind of governs, it kind of holds back on some of the things that we would say and would not say. We think a lot of thoughts that we don't express into the world. And even when we do, we cartel them to some degree in our language, in our frequency, because of our connection with the individuals we're speaking with. Well, all bets are off. When you get to that point, baby, they will be telling you some shit that you be really ready, like, for real?
Yeah.
This is what we doing? Yeah. So if you can take it from that understanding, then you realize that this is a process that the soul is going through, and it can look completely different for all of us. But I will say some of the things that will really soothe him is music, his music that he loves, and to have that music on. And if he wasn't a big music person, to find something that's instrumental that was during his era. When souls start to get to this point, especially when they're souls who have aged on this planet, they love things when they were in their prime, so music and songs that were back during their era, to just kind of have it like white noise in the background playing low. By the way, that is something else that can help, is to get a white noise device. It can be brown noise, white noise, black noise, blue noise, but just to put near their beds. They sell them for babies and seniors. You can buy it on Amazon, and that kind of allows them to move their energy through their body and through their consciousness and awareness, so they can travel back and forth between the dimensions.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. That was literally, you already took the question out of my mouth, because I was going to ask you how we can help him, like,
yeah, that's how you
be
can
prepared
help him.
and how to help him transition and everything.
That's it. That's it. That's how you help him. And, you know, whenever he's getting in those moments, you know, if your grandmother and your dad is open to it, you can just express to them when he's going through these fits to let him know that we support him in any decision he decides to make.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is helpful.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Well, there you go. And sending him so
Thank
much
you so
love,
much.
sending you and the family, Mama Gail, everyone so much love. Yeah. It's a
Thank you.
challenging time, regardless of what we understand and may know. You know, when it's one of our loved ones, you know, it's always a challenging time. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm here to tell you he's smiling on the inside. Now, that may not be what he's expressing on the outside, but he is smiling. He truly is. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has lived a full life. He's 88.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Truly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what he's dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah.
His heart issues.
Oh, wow. Yeah. 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 Bless his heart. Yeah. Bless his heart. That's why Spirit gave me that word, because I even was saying it kind of like, okay, I'm going to say it. Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Wow.
Bless. Let's just bless his heart. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms.Blue.
No,
Oh,
thank
my
you,
God.
Gio. So good to hear from you. And Mama Gail, always good. Always good. Yeah. All right.
Likewise. We love you so much.
Love
and
you
I just
too.
wanted to say that what Prince was sharing.
Yeah.
Now, I think like part of like Medi-Cal and stuff, they allow you to choose a doula.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what he was saying, that now insurances are covering doulas. And so you can get you a doula, you know, and I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it was so progressive and amazing to finally have that available. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we need more doulas in the world to bring these babies, these beautiful babies. My cousin just had twin girls, to bring these beautiful souls that want to come to the planet here. Yeah. Whew.
Oh, beautiful. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. All right. Well, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you so much, Ms.Blue.
You're welcome. Peace and love. Well,
peace and love. Love you.
Love you too. So good. Love you, Mama Gail. Good to love you. Yeah. Good to talk to you. I feel like we haven't spoken in a minute. I got to start coming on Clubhouse more. You guys, I think y'all love it. Well, we get to talk on Clubhouse. That's the big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love talking to you.
All right. Beautiful. All right. Christine.
Hi, Ms.Blue.
Hello, greetings. Let me ring the bell. I want to give a big shout out to everyone a part of the Futuristic Activation class, and yeah, and Self-Invested as well. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm good. I'm feeling good tonight.
Yes, I was just like planning on just tuning in and listening. And then I think you were sharing with Kay about something about at night. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it rang a bell of what I experienced Tuesday night / Wednesday morning around like 12:20. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, was I dreaming? But I like heard like this really loud noise as if like something was just falling. And I didn't know if it was coming from the room next to me or from the garage, because my room is above the garage. And it like startled me and it woke me up out of my sleep. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, was I dreaming? And then I feel like I heard it again. But again, I think I was more in a fear mode. I got really scared. I was like, oh my God, someone's trying to get into our house, all this stuff. And so long story short, like I wake up and I'm like, what was that? My dad's awake, and we just happened to look out the window, and like I'm looking at the driveway in the street, and I see this like white stuff falling from the sky by the street light. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? And I'm just like soaking everything in. I'm a little afraid. I'm like, what's going on? It sounds like, we're all good. And then the next morning, the entire, like, we live in a court. And so like the entire like little circle area in the court was like filled with white bird feathers. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. I ran to the Galactic e-file to like see what this was all about. And it mentioned like
you do know that
everyone
everyone doesn't have access to that. But that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I was like, I need to talk to Ms.Blue to see what I experienced, because sometimes I'm like, was I dreaming? Did that really happen?
And you've seen a whole bunch of, tell me again, I'm listening.
Yes. So at night, I had just saw like something white falling from the sky. And in the morning, the entire like street, like near our house, it was like white bird feathers. And then I'm noticing like in the morning when I was opening the back curtain, that there was also white bird feathers in the backyard. And I'm like, this sounds too like, I don't know, too specific, because I'm like, how is this the feathers in the front and the back? And I don't know, I'm like, is this a sign from my ancestors, spirit guides, higher self?
Hello? No. Keep going. I'm listening.
Yes. And so, yeah, I'm just like, I feel like it was a sign. It was trying to tell me something. And I felt like it was something very powerful. Because I feel like I've been doing a lot of work. Like these last 2 weeks, there has been like just a lot of like understanding, releasing, letting go. And that just felt like a grand finale, but also like a new beginning at the same time.
I love that. I love your take on that, because I'm going to say that all of that was that. But let me, I want to kind of come back and talk about it in this kind of way. Is that what you heard? Like, there are times on the planet where we will have sort of a sonic boom, kind of like a spirit blast, where things will open up, a portal will open up, the dimensions will open up. I've literally had that happen on my block, my street, and many people have told different variations of this. But this here, what you heard and experienced and seen falling from the sky, and these feathers coming down. I'm trying to find the word. It's kind of like a spiritual ping, like a spiritual ping, like letting you know we see exactly where you are. We know exactly where you are. And you are not alone. Like, there is magic and miracle and mystical things, let's add that in there, that is happening around us to give us confirmation. On the flip side, these were so many birds that was leaving our atmosphere and our dimension to go into another dimension. And these are the feathers they left behind. So there is an app. I've used this app quite a bit. It's called Sky View. I think it's called Sky View. Let me look. And I want you to get this app. You can download it for free. I think it's if you have iPhone, are you
Yes.
and open it up. You're going to hear the sound of it playing in the background. And it will tell you what is directly above your house. And you can tell if there's a constellation, if there's a portal, if there are something going on in the sky above. And you can even click it and it will show you and give you details about what is above you. The constellation right now of where I am is the constellation called the Sculptor. Like where I'm sitting, I have the constellation of the Sculptor, as well as Aquarius, the constellation of Aquarius. We're all gathered here at this particular time. Aquarius is here. I got Saturn. I got Neptune over to the right. I'm trying to see who else is over here. Venus is here. Neptune is here. I even got a satellite. I have a satellite that's right above my house. I have the constellation of Pisces that's right there. And you can use this as your oracle to give you more details, because I know that there's a major portal right over my house. And if you take your phone in my bedroom and lay it on the side of my bed a certain way, my phone or any electronic device will go to 000. Sometimes it will come back. And one time I took a picture. I may have the picture somewhere. And it said it was the year 1865 on my phone. Now, I'm just saying, we live in a magical, miracle, mystical world, and these portals are open. And right now, they're really open. The gateway to Earth is open. And so there are interdimensional beings coming back and forth. So there was a couple of things that was happening. One, you picked up on the frequency and you could hear that something was happening outside. You seen these birds that were leaving our dimension, and you were able to then the next day get that confirmation of what you thought. Was I dreaming, hallucinating? Was this real? Am I just being paranoid? None of that. Right. You were able to pick up on that frequency, but you also got the blessing. But when I look into it, it is showing that those were birds that were traveling to another dimension. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, good shit. Good shit.
Yes,
I didn't mean to stop you about I'm very, very proud of the Galactic E-Files, but they don't know what that is, baby girl. That's just for the futuristic people right there, where you have a direct hotline to my consciousness, to my higher self. So
yes. And I just downloaded the app too, the Skyview. And so I'm definitely going to take a look. But yeah, it was just I don't even know. I just felt like there was so many things tumbling down.
Yeah.
And I was watching back our security cameras. And at the time that I heard the noise, I don't see feathers until maybe 30 minutes after, the entire street. All of a sudden it's all white with white feathers. And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just such a very, in the moment it was scary, but then afterwards I was like, wow, what a beautiful symbol. Yeah, wow. And you just sharing that too, of them just moving to a different dimension. I'm like, wow.
They're moving to another dimension. And so right now, for all of us, Spirit is dropping signs right into our reality. So don't second guess them. You were spot on. You were spot on with what was happening. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Well, peace and love. Peace and love. Yeah. Powerful. 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 All right, let's go to, I don't know who's next. Who's next? Is it Ada? Let's go to Ada.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ms.Blue.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Yes, so I just have a question about my life right now. So what I'm looking forward right now and how can I navigate through so many things that are happening because I feel a lot of shift in my energies and I think I feel a lot of more of my shadow appearing a lot, and I don't know if I've been doing well with it.
You
And
slow down for
mhm,
me a little bit because I'm not sure. It's hard for me to understand.
mhm.
I'm going to send you some sparkles because your frequency is a little low.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
let me give you some frequencies so you can check it out. Tremel, I'm not sure if Skyview is only available for iPhone. You can check and see. But I think at one time it was only available for iPhones, but you know, things change constantly. So, okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
so it's okay. It's just I've been dealing with a lot of heaviness, a lot of introspective of myself, my life, and what I'm doing next. Um, it's still a difficult time for me because it's almost a year since my father has passed, and I'm going through the process of. Well, I haven't really let the process go, but it's also getting back to myself. So I just wanted to know how can I navigate from now to then, and if there's any certain messages that I need to know at the moment. Because tomorrow I'll be attending a Mother's Day grief group, just to help me get through the process.
I'm going to say something that's not popular opinion. But I want you to take this with love. First, I'm going to give you my condolences to your father and your mother making their transition. But they are doing fine. I want you to know that they are doing fine. And I know you miss them. I'm not a fan of grief groups.
I see.
I'm not. I'm not saying that it can't be helpful for you, but I want you to ask yourself the question honestly. And I will share this with you as someone who's lost her father.
No.
You're never supposed to get over it. And I think sometimes we put ourselves in the position and we think, and I'll just put myself in that group, that somehow we're going to wake up one day and that missing, that longing we have for our loved one is going to disappear and go away, and we can get back to our lives. That will never happen. Your life is forever changed. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that your life is forever changed. Hang up? Did you say hang up? No, it just popped up and said hang up. I don't know. Listen, it's not a bad thing. But I want you to think about it's okay to give yourself permission to say, it's getting close to Mother's Day, and I'm deeply missing my mother. That's okay to do that. It's getting time when I think about my father and been thinking about him every day and every night, and I deeply miss him. It's okay to say today is not the day that I'm going to be up and at it and extra chipper. I miss them. It's okay to say that. It's okay to give yourself permission to miss them. That's not a crime. That doesn't mean something's wrong with you. You miss them in the physical, but their soul and their spirit is continuously living on. In fact, they are so much alive within you because you are half your mother and half your father. They are still there living with you. And so, in doing this work and working with so many of you and myself and family, and knowing about this process, we have got to get a healthier view of life and death because Earth is a temporary space. And we are always going to have people coming in our lives and leaving our lives. It's never going to put you in a place where I think we jump up and down and start celebrating that. Even though I think we may get to the point, some of us, where we can celebrate that in a way because we know that that soul has chosen to move on, because all leaving of the planet is self-doing. The soul has decided that their time here, it's time for them to move on. I want you to look deep within your spirit. And again, I tell you this with love, and I'm taking extra care with you because you deserve that. But I want you to think about what your real issue is, because sometimes it's so easy to blame it on something that we already know is something that we feel deeply about. And so suddenly we escape our responsibility, we escape our own essence of who we are, and we put that into something we know we cannot get the feedback back that we need. You cannot get them back. In your greatest wish, you will want them to come and be alive again, and you open up the door, your mom's in the kitchen cooking, your dad's over there saying what he says, and life is wonderful. And you can't get that. So I want you to think about, what is it that's really aside from that? Not telling you to forget about that. I'm saying put that to the side for a moment, because your responsibility here is to live. And now you're not living because you have put everything into that one moment with your parents.
That's one of the things I realized that that I need to separate myself from that thing, and just to have a peaceful about it. And I also realize I see more of myself, like more of my own shadows that I've been hiding and suppressing. Because I know it's much deeper than just them
Of
passing.
course. Yes.
It's something that is within me, within my own self, that I'm keeping myself from living my life, what I need to do.
Yeah. You know what it is?
Not honestly, not quite like I say, this is it.
What
It's like I'm almost.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I think it is. I'm just afraid to be more of myself.
Yeah. And I think you need to work on loving you. That's what it is. It's self-love. And you have to learn how to love yourself. I want you to work on loving yourself, deeply loving yourself every single day. When you wake up in the morning, before you put your feet on the ground, before you get out of bed, I want you to just lay there and tell yourself, I love you, Ida. I love you more than anything in the world. You have got to learn how to love yourself. And then you have to find something that brings you joy.
And I have as well. I'm sorry to cut you off. I've tried to expand more because I'm starting to tap into my creative energy, and I keep pushing it back. I said, let me start creating something visual.
Here's the thing. When you tell me you're trying, I know you haven't done it. I want you to do it. Give yourself permission to enjoy life. I remember when we first connected, I don't remember many things, but of course, you know, I'm in your energy field, and so I can read. And I remember when you had your hair salon. Is that you?
Yeah, I closed it down.
And you used to come, oh, I hate this. Why do I have to do this? But if I don't do this, I'm taking care of my family. And then, I said, close it. But then I can't, because then how am I going to get the money? And then what about my family? And what about my this? And what about... Close it. Close it.
I did.
Close it. But look how long it took you. Close it. Stop doing it.
It took a while.
Right. But you finally had the courage to do it. So what I want you to take from that is just like you broke out and you stepped forward and stepped up for you for that, you will do this in loving yourself as well.
Yeah, and that's what I've been actually focusing on. Because when I said try, I probably said it wrong, but I actually did start doing like content creating of things that I'm inspired by.
That's fine. I think that's beautiful, but you got to love you. And that's where our issue is.
Okay.
Our issue is in loving you, because when you fall deeply, madly in love with you, you can filter that energy into anything and it will be amazing. You have to get out of stop judging other people. Listen at me closely. I say other people because I know you'll fight me if I say the other thing. You have to stop judging other people, which means you have to stop judging you. Stop being so critical and so hard on yourself. You've accomplished so much. You have done so much. You are finally free from so many things that was holding you back in your life. Give yourself permission to enjoy this freedom. You don't have to rush off and define your life in 24 hours. It's not required. But find something that makes you feel good inside when you're thinking about it, when you're doing it, when you're engaging with it, if it's being creative, whatever that is, something that makes you feel good, find joy and the rest will align itself with you. But if I had to write you a spiritual prescription, it would be for the next 28 months. Every single day, do not skip a day, do not skip a beat, do not pass go, do not collect no dollars, no coins, no people. Focus on falling in love with you.
Okay.
That is going to be your saving grace. There will always be things in life that we can distract ourselves with. And believe it or not, sometimes it can be death. That is also a big distraction in life. the loss of a loved one.
And I see that. I see it is a just distraction
Yeah.
of moving forward. And
Yeah.
I just want to see.
I was going to say, I'm not in favor of a grief group. Now, if there was a celebration of life meetup, I would encourage you to go to that. But to grieve, you don't need no more help in trying to figure out. You know how to grieve your parents. You done tried to take your grief and put it in their grief. You don't need help with that. But do what you want. Do what you want. Do as you wish. Yeah.
Okay. And one more question. I'm looking into getting an apartment. I don't know if I should wait till later on or just go ahead and pursue it.
Why would you want to get an apartment and not get one?
A part of me felt like I need to slow down and, you know, make sure I'm making the right decision, or just an apartment just says, just go ahead and
Sweetie,
just go along.
listen, there you go again, trying to throw your responsibility on something else. If you don't want the responsibility of a house and you want to do something different and explore something fresh and new, then do it. But do not put that somehow a apartment is now going to be responsible for you slowing down and making better decisions. See, this is how we trick ourselves and we give our power away. So now I got to go blame the apartment because Ada ain't doing what she's supposed to. You don't need a reason. You are enough. You know how to make good decisions for yourself. And you know how to do things that will lift your spirit and your soul. If you want to get an apartment, you don't owe anyone a fucking explanation as to why. Just go get one.
Okay.
Yeah. See how that works? All of this about an apartment's going to make you responsible. It's going to make you make better decisions. No. You can be safe. This is why I need you to work on that self-love. And if you do not have the visionary guidance, the Sky Quest, the visionary sovereignty Sky Quest, you should get it. You're going to have to do some work on programming that subconscious mind and falling in love with you. You're not going to get around it. I don't want to see you out here trying to give your power away to anything and anybody because you don't feel safe within yourself. You can be trusted with you. You know how to make good decisions for you. And it's time that you understand what sovereignty really means in your life and take your power back and fall deeply in love with you. All right?
Yes.
All right. Well, love you much.
Yes, love you as well.
All right. Peace and love. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, thank you. Peace and love.
I know y'all don't be wanting to hear all of that. By the way, welcome to everyone who's in the chat, YouTube. We are broadcasting live also from the Oracle's house on Clubhouse. I put the link in there. Want to say electromagnetic styles. Welcome on in, checking in from England. And everyone else who's listening in, no matter where in the world you're listening from the seen and the unseen, welcome on in. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and good to have you here. Let's see who's next. Justin. Greetings.
Hey, Ms.Blue.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing blessed. How about yourself?
Same. I'm in alignment with you on that. So I wanted to get your insight on some things or something.
Okay.
So the past like 4 months, I've been like all over the place. I moved like 3 times.
Not 3 times.
Yeah, I mean all over the place. But I kind of like lost my passion for everything.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Felt like really okay. I felt like disconnected and just like I just felt different, you know. So
yeah,
I started moving because that's my thing. And I came back to my mom, so I'm like, I need to get grounded. And I downloaded Gravity Magic.
Okay.
Which is helping.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
But I don't really know where I am right now.
Good.
And
good.
I'm starting to accept that. Yeah, I'm starting to accept it. And yeah, I just wanted to get some insights, some little sparkles from you because I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. So what's happening is you are recalibrating. And so it's something all of us are really going through and have. We've gone through them at different stages in the last 18 to 24 months. But you're recalibrating your life to get back in alignment for your greatest and your highest good. It seems like I did a show, and I can't remember the name of the show, or I'll tell you to go listen to it. But I was telling everyone, it's like if someone were to tell you, Justin, you got to walk through this tunnel. And it's dark in that tunnel, but you can't take anything with you. You just got to trust that when you get to the other side, everything that's yours is going to be there. Your stuff is going to be waiting for you. I know. That's what I said. You just got to trust that you got to leave everything behind. And you just got to trust that once you get to the other side, it's going to be everything that is yours is going to be there waiting for you. It's going to be waiting for you. And so you're in the point of recalibrating. And you're going to feel this most intense. What's today? Saturday now, Saturday, Sunday. So by the time we get to Wednesday, you're going to start realizing, oh, there go the light. And I think I see my stuff over there. Watch what I tell you. You're going to say, wait a minute, wait, that's my car. Yeah, there go my stuff. There go. You know, it's like getting on that flight when you purposely only carry one carry-on and they tell you you got to check it. And the whole time you scared shitless that they going to lose your damn luggage. And you're only going to be gone for the weekend and you need it. You understand? So this is where you are. So grounding and just kind of being in this space, staying open, being curious, like, So this is what it feels like, Justin, to take a break. This is what it feels like to just chill out. This is really what it feels like to chill out. Yeah, nothing is wrong.
No.
You're just being put into your proper alignment. And because you're used to just going, doing. And sometimes we think if we're not doing and going, something is wrong. But when you keep bumping your head against the wall and nothing is working, then it's time to pull back, because that's what Taurus season asks us to do. Slow down, chill out, and you will be able to see when it is time to move forward. It's like being caught in a traffic jam. I mean, what are you really going to do when there's a car in front of you, behind you, and next to you on the right and the left? You're not going anywhere. So you can sit in the car and blow your horn, roll down the window, tell people this is stupid. You can say all of that, but it's still not going to move the traffic.
Right.
So
Right.
think of
Yeah,
it,
you caught that tea.
think of it this way. We all in the traffic jam with your ass. We ain't going nowhere either. Ain't nobody moving. Not really. We think we moving, but we ain't really moving. But guess what? This is the time for you to sit down. If you didn't listen, you listened to my last show I did yesterday. Answer those questions.
Yep.
Start thinking about the
Okay.
things that you value. Start dreaming the unthinkable dream and say, I know that's a wild throw out there, but what if it did happen? It's time to start playing with your imagination again and just giving yourself permission to get back into that space again and to slow down enough, because you're going to be able to see that if this car moves up 2 more spots, I can take this exit and get the hell out this traffic jam. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah. Yeah. But nothing is wrong. I'm looking at your energy. It looks amazing. It's very still. And rightfully so. It's recalibrating. That's why I put that visual up so y'all can see that. You see how that's moving around? That right there tells me that there is some magic in the mix. Nothing is written in stone. It hasn't been solidified yet. So these are the times for us to be intentional about our actions and non-actions, to be okay with not knowing. Because we realize as a creator, I don't need to know. I just need to fucking set the intention and be, and everything else will align. Why do I need to know if I am creating my reality? What do I need to know? All I got to do is be. That's it. That's it. I just got to be, because my soul is not going to betray me. That's some bullshit that they want you to think, that you will betray yourself. You don't have to direct your soul. It's never going to betray you. It's when we let that mind get in the mix and start taking over that these kinds of things can happen. But your soul is never going to leave you wrong. Rest in it. Trust in it. You don't need to know. In fact, I look forward to those moments when people say, so what do you see? What do you think, Ms.Blue? I don't know. I love it, because I know something beautiful is getting ready to unfold. That's why I wasn't scared when I did the whole merging of the remix and saying, I don't know what day I'm going to come on. Just hit the notifications.
Right.
I wasn't somewhere like, oh, people weren't like, aren't you scared? Aren't you scared? Scared of what? Scared of what? Of me? No, I ain't scared of me. Well, not anymore. I ain't scared of me. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I would say this, enjoy this downtime, because once things get cranked up, then you'll be here saying, Ms.Blue, I'm overwhelmed. I got 100 things I got to do. I don't know how to get it done. I'm just, I can't find time. No, Justin, remember? Remember?
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
You're going to say, ooh,
Okay.
I wish I would have just really held this sacred time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah, that's
All
it.
right.
That's it. You're not being blocked.
I think that's
You're
no
being placed in alignment. It's a difference. You're being placed in alignment.
Okay.
Yeah. You're waiting on your, lastly, I'll just give you this. I know that when I'm in that space, I'm just waiting on my new orders from the universe. You ain't got no orders yet. So it's nowhere. You don't have your manifesto. There is nowhere for you to go. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But it's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
All right. So I'm going to lay down while I can.
Yes, that's right. Enjoy the moment because when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So always good to see you. Thank you, Justin. Peace
Thank
and
you
love.
so much.
You're
Likewise.
welcome.
Love you, Ms.Blue.
Love you too. Yeah, because when it's speed up, listen. Let's go to L. Greetings, L.
Hello, Ms.Blue. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good. I see you have a little ticket in front of you. This your first time on Clubhouse?
No, I used to actually go to your groups like on Instagram sometimes when you're live. And we used to go to Clubhouse.
Okay. Okay. Well, good to have you here.
Yeah, it's nice to see you as well. So I say my question for tonight would be that I'm noticing like a lot of changes in like shifts. And I just want to know if I'm like on the right path and like if I'm doing the right thing.
Okay, tell me again. You said say it one more time. I don't know why I couldn't hear you.
I feel like I'm noticing a lot of changes in like shifts, and I want to know if I'm on the right path and if I'm doing the right thing.
As far as what you're noticing, is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, like there's like a lot of shifts in my life, like with my job. Like I had a car accident a few months ago. I ended up getting a new car and ended up being a lemon. And the new job I ended up getting, it's probably going to end up changing in a few months. Just like a lot of shifts I'm noticing. So
yeah. So both things can be true. And I didn't want to just blurt it out, but I wanted to tell you, no, you're not on the right track. But you already know that. And you quantified that by saying I ended up buying a car, which anyway, before you purchased that car, something told you that the car wasn't going to be right, but you went ahead and did it anyway, not listening to your intuition. And even when you ended up getting that job, it's not really what you wanted, but you said, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And you turned out to be right. So, on one hand, I want to tell you, you are perfectly on the right track. But are you doing the right things? We can make some adjustments. And I know you know that. You have to start trusting your intuition because your intuition even guided you the day before the accident, but you didn't listen.
That's insane.
Yeah, you are highly psychic and intuitive. But like most people, we don't believe that we can get the answer that quick and it can be that right and without no proof. So, two answers. No, those weren't good decisions and choices. I'm not talking about the accident part, but I'm talking about after that. But are you on the right track now? Absolutely, you are, because you realize that that was the wrong track. And so now you're trying to readjust and get back on the right track. You understand? So, I want you to celebrate where you are because you are on the right track now. It's going to require that you grow up, that you really grow up. You're very mature in a lot of areas of your life, but you're going to have to grow up a little bit more in your life and really just know, okay, I have this job. It's not what I thought it was going to be, what I knew it wasn't going to be. So what? We're just going to find something else that's more in alignment. And that's how simple I want you to think about it. The situation that happened with the car, okay, you got me once. What J. Cole say? One time, shame on me. Yeah, you know the song, right? We're not going to repeat this again. We're going to get this right. We're going to get this right. and you're going to go. And anyway, instead of trying to be cheap with the car, you should have just got what you wanted.
Mm-hmm. And I was also like rushing the decision too, like just because of circumstances. I was like, I don't want to keep taking Uber, so I went with the first thing.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm. How did that serve you? Not well.
Not good.
Not good. So here's the thing you can do. Because you have the job, I want you to go get a car that you know is reliable.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to use that car to go find a job or work that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that simple.
I also like recently came up with the money for nail school, which is something like that I've been putting aside for like a long time.
Mm-hmm. Please
And
research the hell out of this school before you go.
Okay.
Yeah. It feels really good, but research it. And plus, I like you working with people's hands because eventually you will get into some sort of spiritual work in some capacity.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
So last year I had my dog that like passed away, and I don't know, like I haven't had any dreams of her or.
Oh, she's still with you. By any chance, was your dog a beige white color?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right here. She's right here beside you. Mm-hmm. And she loves you. She said you were a great mommy. You were a great mommy. She says, "Oh, she was a great mommy. She was a great mommy." And she also wants you to know that there was nothing you could have done to prevent her passing. Because she tells me my mommy thinks it's her fault, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. But she's right there with you, bouncing around, doing her little thing of laying on her side like she used to do and holding her head up, looking at you. She's there. She's there with you. Yeah. And she loves you. You know, the beautiful.
Well, I love her too. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Animals, they handle passing completely different than we do. Because she's just jumping all over the place. She's running all over the place. She's just living her best life, you know, and lived a good life, you know. And I know you felt like you two were soulmates, and she really understood you. She said she really understood you. Matter of fact, she's even thinking that possibly, maybe, she will come back to Earth again, but this time she wants to be a lady because she said you did it so well. She enjoyed you growing up, becoming a lady. And so she thinks she wants to be a lady. Maybe. But she's good for right now. She's good for right now. Yeah. She's good.
I'm so happy to hear that because, like, on her last day, she wasn't walking. So to see that she's like running around.
Oh, she's running
she's
all
happy
around.
She's...
Yes, she is. She
that
is.
makes me really happy to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she said, please don't be sad. Don't be sad. Yeah. She's there. She sees you when you're looking at her picture. You have a little charm with her picture in it. All of this stuff. She knows. She loves you. And she had a very, very good life. And she said she hopes once you get yourself a little more settled that you will get another puppy because you do well with puppies. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Ms.Blue.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Well, peace and love. Thanks for coming on. And remember what I said. You're going to listen to that intuition.
For sure. I'm going to trust myself more.
That's right. And I hate to keep telling y'all, but that SkyQuest Visionary Sovereignty, you might want to tap into it. Some good stuff in there, especially for these next couple of months. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Peace and love. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello?
Yes, is Prince speaking?
Hey, Prince. Yes.
May I share a train of thought?
Sure. Share a train of thought.
Yeah, so earlier, I think what's his name? DA mentioned the D. We're talking about intuition and
You're kind of breaking up, and it could be on my end, Prince, so I apologize.
Mic check.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, so with the deer having tunnel vision, and us having intuition, basically the way I learned it from a secondary source, which is Your Wish Is Your Command, this CD collection by Kevin Trudeau, is that like our intuition is like a screen in a plane. The pilot has a radar screen or that detects objects only so far within the radius detect, and that's similar to the bandwidth of our pineal or head, depending on the amount of light I have, because I'm not project now, but essentially.
I don't know if it's me, Prince, but you're coming in and out. I think I got the gist of what you were saying. Okay, thank you. Yeah, your phone is kind of going in and out on there. I'm sure there's many ways that we can define intuition, but I want you to think about this. Intuition isn't something you have to focus and concentrate on. That's the mind. Intuition is something that flows through you, right? It's when you can expand your awareness and your consciousness and get out of your mind. And for most of the beings on the planet, we need to get out of our hearts, because what we think are emotions coming from our heart is really mind-made emotions, which are coming out of the false matrix. So you don't have to focus to get intuition. It is a natural knowingness that drops into the awareness of your consciousness. It is your internal technology. It works like how people are mesmerized with what AI can do. Intuition can do that on 1,000. But you have to be open to receiving it. It requires you to have a connection with yourself outside of this physical being and matrix and outside of your mind. You become limited when you cannot move your scope. I'm not telling you to believe in a earth god or some sort of being or entity. But it will help if you can expand your consciousness to know that there is a source, whatever you define that by, and that you have a connection with that source. And that source is all knowing, right? The Alpha and Omega. You are a particle of that energy, of that frequency. And when you can get into the flow, yes, the mind is great and the mind is incredible. It's has the ability to be a genius and come up with solutions and create things. But the intuition is a whole nother level. And quite frankly, on the planet, we have overused and abused our minds. And this is why mental disturbances and these things are running rampant on the planet, because we are giving our mind a job it just was not cut out to do or to be. And there is more to you than just what your conscious mind tells you. And so intuition is something that flows. It's an inner knowing. It's a part of you. It's the unseen, unheard, programmed part of who you are. And it doesn't require external validation. It doesn't use external validation as its source of information. It doesn't need to come from a book or your mother or your father or me or anyone. It's an internal knowingness. Most of us connect that with the higher source, our higher self, our ancestors, which I don't personally think is a great idea to connect it with your ancestors. Not always. If your drunk Uncle Tommy, who was never responsible, do you want him to help guide your life? Because growing and evolving is a choice of a soul. No one forces you to grow, and it's not required. If you're doing it, it's because this is what you've chosen to do. Yeah. And everyone
Ms.
has.
Blue,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
can you hear me better now?
I sure can. Did you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
You can hear me better now. The point I intend to make connects with, me relating to Justin's experience of moving fast and learning to slow down. So for me, I've learned that what they say, man makes plans and God laughs. Like I can make a plan about a target where I want to go, but things change. I gotta be flexible and rigid. So my intuition, my ka, is my radar screen. It tells me moment to moment where to go, what to do based upon things that X far ahead, physically, quantumly, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Your mind explained that well. Your mind did a wonderful job explaining that.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Blue. I appreciate the compliment.
You're welcome. Just remember, intuition is not mental. That's all I'm saying. It's not mental, but your mind did a good job of explaining that. Let's go to the vibrational. I don't even know the whole name. What is it?
Ms.Blue. It's the vibrational herbalist.
There you go. The vibrational herbalist.
It's
I couldn't get it out. I'm like, wait.
little old me, Donna.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Donna. How are you?
I am fantastic. Oh my goodness, Ms.Blue. You're just the bomb. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. How are you doing? Where are you at in the world? I feel like
I'm about to be all over the place in just a moment.
I love it. I love it. Nothing like being all over. Oh, you're in the Marsh Island, the beautiful. Listen, let me ask you a question. How far, and I might know this, but are you close to Bermuda?
No, that's all the way on the other side.
That's on the other side. Okay. All right. Because I was, okay. I was thinking about something I watched today, but go ahead. I digress.
But I am 9 degrees from the equator.
Okay.
So it is still very out here. And then I'm about to leave in about 2 weeks to go home, and so I'll be in Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama, and Arizona.
Okay. Nothing like the travel.
Hey, you know me, Ms. Blue. I got to get to it. It's my birthright.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I always tell my kids, whenever the time comes, just know I'm on a wonderful journey if I'm headed. Okay? I'm gonna have me a blast. I really don't have a question.
That's fine.
Now, because out of everything that you said to everybody else, I feel like all of it resonated with me. You know, But initially, I was just like, I feel like, I'm in a shift of sorts. I feel like who was that before? I don't remember the gentleman's name, but you were just telling him how you're gonna be thankful for the rest when it comes.
Yeah, Justin.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I feel like I'm kind of there, and kind of like I have a lot going on as far as like I know what I want as far as like time freedom, location freedom, just being able to do what I really want to do, which is really, and I'm I don't know where I'm going with it because I really love sound healing. Like that is my thing. I love it. But because I feel like I'm trying to do something else, it's like taking a back seat. But because I guess I don't believe that it could give me the time freedom and the location freedom. So I'm looking to, possibly do something other than that. But then that will be a part of it once I, get the time freedom and location freedom. But I feel like it's like I'm going in a circle, like in a cycle. So I don't know, Ms. Can you just help a sister out?
Yeah, yeah. I know you said you didn't have a question, but this is good. No. This is good. Listen, you answered the question yourself. And that is, this is what I want you to understand, and this is what I've come to learn. When you're doing what you love, hear me out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Everything else will fall in place.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you have to start. That's where the foundation has to be. To do what you love.
Okay.
It's enough. But many of us are reincarnated from the old Renaissance. And so as creatives, we are reluctant to think that that thing that brings us so much joy, that we have so much fun doing, that when we're doing it, we're not worried about credentials. We're not worried about being judged. We're not worried about even receiving money from. We will do it because we love doing it. This is why I show up and I do these things, because yes, I do it to be of service, and that's important to me, and I honor that. But I truly do it because it brings me joy, and I will keep doing it as long as it keeps bringing me joy. Everything else will take care of itself. Of course you can. Of course you can be a sound healer and it can provide you with the life that you want. But here's where I will tell you to separate. Do not put the wealth of your divine gift and lock it into a financial plan. The two will meet, but you're not developing a spiritual gift so you can have a financial plan. That can be a recipe to go wrong if you're not built to the point where you can understand how to take poverty out of consciousness. And quiet as it's kept, I think I've been in this space long enough that I can speak for the majority of us. We have a real problem with charging for something that we love. This goes back to our own self-worth. It goes back to how we love ourselves, and we feel that we're not worth anything. So we think there's hundreds of people that I help with business, and they will equate how much the paper cup costs, how much it's going to cost them for gas to drive the supplies back and forth, how much it's going to cost them for their computer. And they won't put their own salary in there. Imagine that. You can't even see your worth outside of material things, which means these are the real material gold diggers of the world. Those who are stuck in poverty. because they cannot separate themselves from the value that's in the world. And you have to understand that they don't go together. You are truly priceless. You are priceless. Yes. And if you can honor yourself as being priceless, then you know that your true bank account is within. That value, it's real cute. We did a YouTube and I asked everybody, tell me how much you're worth. Because I had a conversation with my son about this. I said, tell me how much you're worth. Yeah, it's real cute to say, oh, I'm worth 10 billion. Well, you ain't treating yourself like you 10 billion. Let's just keep it a buck. Because somebody worth 10 million ain't doing the shit you doing. They not making moves like you moving. So who you trying to convince? Who you fooling? And I said that so people can get a real grasp on reality about how we're treating our bodies, our minds, ourselves. I do it to myself, having that honest conversation for real, for real. And if you know that you are worthy, you are worth, you value yourself, you love yourself, it's going to do two things. It means you're going to start valuing everything that comes in your sphere. You're not treating me like shit because you feel you worth $1 million. I'm like, if you close to me, baby, you got to be worth what I'm worth. That's why sometimes I will kind of chank y'all a little bit. Like, wait a minute. Don't tell nobody you listening to me and you out here doing this reckless shit. Are you serious? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And it's not about the money. It's about the energy. It's about the frequency. If you do what you love, you will be able to navigate. It will come to you. The blueprint will be handed to you. You can ask anybody who has successfully completed and done something. And if you're in this room and you're over the age of 10, you have completed and done something. It was not this drawn out, I got to kind of shuck and jive. I got to take 1 million of these classes. No. That's why all of that stuff, anything that I teach you is to empower you with your gifts. Why? So you can keep unlocking what is inside of you. This is why I say to you, shadow work. Change that shit. It's driving the world mad, making you think, what the hell is an imposter syndrome? That ain't real. That is just something for you to get yourself caught up in and distracted. Everything that is unknown about you is not evil. Everything that is unknown about you is not destructive. There are diamonds and gems and precious metals that are hidden within the deep darkness of a cave. Just like you have divine gifts and you have unhidden talents, untapped wealth that is hidden deep within inside of you. So doing that work is important, but doing it from a place of understanding you're not going in to uncover something that is not there, that society has placed inside of you, that dogma and outdated and old antiquated spiritual systems and religion has placed inside of you. That is not the purpose of doing shadow work.
Correct.
So I say that to say to you, get them damn bowls out and start playing them. Put yourself to the test. When I want to figure out something about me, I challenge myself. I'm not in competition with anyone, but I do challenge myself to grow. If I want to figure out if it's good enough, I'm not looking to see if it's good enough for the world. Is it good enough for me? What is the fulfillment that I'm getting out of it? Play your bowls. Share your gifts. It's a gift because you don't get the fulfillment of it until you can give it away. And many of us, sad, will die with our gifts inside of us. We will die with the hidden gems inside of us because we're too afraid to put it out in the world and share it because we care so much about what others will think. And oh, here's the other part. I won't be able to earn a living with it. So what? So what? Work another job then. Work another job then. Maybe that's not what you want to do with it. Maybe. Or maybe it becomes your job. Do you know that if you would have told me 20 years ago, this would supersede anything that my education and corporate America could ever pay me, I would have laughed in your face and told you you were crazy? And I'm not even in beast mode. I'm not on beast mode. Y'all literally come to me and ask me, when are you going to put some shit out? What you over there doing? When are you doing readings? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because my money.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Right on.
That's right. Your finances doesn't have to come from here. If you stay open, the universe can bless you in ways you couldn't even imagine because you're worth it.
Yeah.
So don't tie yourself down to something it doesn't need to be tied down to.
Okay. Message received.
That's right, because you're not playing your bowls just for bands. Because if you was doing that, it's too easy. Call me. I'll refer you to some people that'll pimp you out. You'll be playing them bowls 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So which one is it? And no shade to the people that want to do it like that. I'm just saying, keep it real.
No, that's 100.
You know?
Yes.
Please don't tell me you sitting over there thinking about playing them bowls because you're not sure what's going to happen. Play it and find out.
Well, I know only goodness is going to happen because I've always.
I love you, Donna. I love you, Donna. I love you, Donna. I don't think you really know that. I think you believe that and you want to know it. And I'm trying to tell you how to know it for sure. Do it. Play your bowls. What you stopping for? A job ain't stopping you from play. You could have been playing your bowls while we right here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is stopping you? Sometimes we have to have this kind of real conversation with ourselves. And I promise you guys, I have it with myself. Why aren't you doing what you want to do? Why aren't you doing that? Whatever that thing may be. What's stopping you from doing it? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
That's right. Because we are really, we're not afraid of our failures. We fail all the time. That ain't shit to us. We're scared of how great we can actually be because, see, that's when you have to get responsible for real. See, playtime is over when things work. You going to be held accountable. As long as they ain't working, you ain't got to be responsible for nothing.
Correct.
Nothing. There is no, it's like dating somebody when y'all dating. It's all fun because there's no responsibility. Once you start getting committed, oh, look out. What you mean your rent is due? Why are you telling me about your rent? What you mean your baby mama can't watch your kids? Why are you telling me? Oh, you start having different levels of responsibility, you know? So I know that anything that you do is going to be beautiful, but please don't let your mind talk you out of your greatness. Just do it. And you can figure it out as you go. It's just do it. We are in the time where anything is possible, from healing to transforming our lives to, there are careers that our parents would. Do you realize that our parents, we ain't even gonna talk about ancestors. Do you realize that our parents would have loved to have grown up in this era?
Oh,
You
yeah.
mean to tell me all I got to do is get on TikTok and talk about what I want to talk about and live my best life?
Thanks.
You mean to tell me I don't need to open up a restaurant? I can just show y'all what I'm cooking for my family in the house and live my best life? You ain't even
And the
got
way
to
they used to
listen. You ain't even got to eat my food. I can just show you my food. That's magic. What we're all being exposed to is our own magic. And everybody has magic. Everyone. Every person has that ability to do that. And we're kind of scared.
Yeah.
And I recognize some of us, we that in-between generation, because we come from where our parents had to struggle a lot. We had to do a little extra something. But now we also have the opportunity to be just like Gen Z. We really kind of got the best of all worlds if you're in that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like we in between.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
in betweens. Yeah. We got the best of both worlds.
Wow.
Yeah, life is worth living. So live. Live your best life. Play them bowls.
Yeah.
Still do those other things
Okay.
that you want. We are multidimensional. We can do all things. We can't do all things at one time, but we can do all things. And certainly playing a little ding dong bowl here and there is not going to stop anything. You could have that right there side by side with the things that you're doing. Why? Because when we love what we're doing, we're not working at all. In fact, it gives us the strength, the energy, the drive to complete those things in our lives that we know is necessary, but we really don't want to do.
Right.
That's the importance of finding what you love. It's going to give you the strength, because there are things in our lives we don't want to do. If we could task it out to somebody else, we can. But sometimes we are taking on that responsibility to get it done because we know it needs to get done. And that's how you're going to, when you have joy in your life and something that brings you joy, and it can be sitting down having a cup of your favorite cacao, matcha, coffee, any of that. It could be, I don't know, could be watching your favorite television show. It could be anything. And we have to stop doing that, doing all this separation between what's spiritual, what's not. Somebody got on me the other day and said, "You watch TV?" I said, "I'm going to let you think about that for a moment." Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a television, if that's what you want to call it, a smart TV that I watch YouTube on. I watch myself on. I look at all kinds of things on there. I sure do. I watch Netflix. I watch Butt Naked and Afraid. I do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor. I'm going to give you the floor to speak here for a moment, and I'm going to close YouTube out.
Oh, okay. Well, hey everybody. I guess you give me the floor to speak. I wasn't expecting that, Ms.Blue. But every single thing that you said, I'm just so appreciative of it. It resonates. It's really helping me to think better, think in the right way, in the right space, and just take that leap of faith, right? Just jump off the ledge and do what satisfies my soul. So I'm just very, very grateful. Yeah, it's just beautiful, and I'm thankful for your time that you spend with me every time you on, because I be feeling like it's personal because what you my soulful oracle. So I'm always
It is
like,
personal. I love you all.
yeah,
I love y'all for real. If I didn't love you, I'd
we
let
love
y'all
you.
tell me any kind of foolishness and I just tell you you were right and just keep it moving or tell you you were wrong either way. I wouldn't,
Yeah, but you do it so gracefully and with so much love, and we really feel that it just emanates from you. With each and every conversation, it's the realness, the rawness, and it's just laced with so much love throughout. And so it's very easy to receive it, and easy to take action from it also. So, yeah, it just warmed my heart really. It just makes me a little full emotionally, It's like a balm to my heart, and I'm just so grateful.
Oh, well, thank you for that. So when we gonna hear them singing bowls? Forget all that. I mean, I'm thankful for all of that, but I mean, really, when are we gonna hear them singing bowls?
I don't know if it's gonna pick up. Is it picking up?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Ms.Blue. Gratitude.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You want to share with those that are listening what they just experienced?
Well, this particular bowl is made with 7 different metals. For me, it just is a vibration of love because I always set intentions for that, and to allow it to do what it needs to do for each individual who is under its tones. Wherever they need to be met, I just hope that it meets them there. These are not the crystal bowls. This is an apple bowl. So it's 7 different metals together versus crystal bowls that are attuned
Yes.
to particular.
Powerful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Please do more of that. Do more of what your soul is calling. Share that. Don't worry about it. Know that things will happen. We are living in this time as we get closer to the age of Aquarius, which, Aquarius is all about frequencies. And so this is what is speaking to the planet at this time. It's all about frequencies and a little more. It's all about that. So thank you so much. That was beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to give you some sparkles. I love you so much, Miss Donna. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
All right. Peace and love. All right, YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down over here. I want to say thank you to everyone on YouTube for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share maybe your top 3 takeaways. And I will speak to you all soon. Peace and love. Not Clubhouse, YouTube. Peace and love. Ciao. All right, I need to close them out, you guys.